welcome to the start of the round of 12. I'm Alex Hayden. This is Las Vegas, and you can bet you'll see some gambles from our 12 playoff drivers in tonight's event. With this being the only intermediate track in the round, this may be the best chance for drivers to position themselves going into the round of 8, who'll roll the dice and try to lock themselves in tonight. We're all set to go. The pre-race festivities have finished. Now let's get the South Point 400 started from Las Vegas.
And indeed, we'll do just that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's coverage of the South Point Casino 400 at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the running of the first race of the round of 12 of the playoffs in NASCAR 21 Ignition live on KRC. We are getting things kick-started here today without any practice or qualifying for tonight's action, as I will be trying to drive Ryan Blaney into the round of 8 of the playoffs with a potential win today, as will the other 11 playoff drivers, and we're going to have to do that, of course, starting at the rear of the field. Billy Carjoy, Suzuki, Caleb, Derek Booth, Billy Kramer, Joshua Rumsey, Raymond Toohey, weather expert, CM Michigan Rail fan, Dark Crypto, and others, welcome into the stream, and thanks for everybody tuning in. It is going to be an interesting start to the weekend tonight, as this is going to be the last NASCAR 21 Ignition live stream this week, and not only that, it is going to be the last video game stream this weekend, as tomorrow I'll be at the SRX Series race at Sharon Speedway, the season finale. I'll be vlogging that trip as well as giving you the race highlights. If not tomorrow night, probably not tomorrow night. It'll probably end up being Sunday morning, considering what time I'll get home from the race tomorrow, because I do live about 2.5 hours away from the racetrack. But needless to say, that will be up on the channel Sunday morning, and we are doing live stream, live commentary of the NASCAR Cup Series race at Pocono, and that will be starting at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Sunday afternoon. I plan on getting a premiere out to you guys tomorrow, but no live stream for tomorrow, so just wanted to give you a fair warning on that right now before we get things started today. We'll take a look at today's starting lineup. It'll be Kevin Harvick on the pole for this one, his third pole of the playoffs already, and William Byron will start outside of the front row. He has been on a hot streak. He, of course, was able to get a win in the first race of the last round. We'll see if he can do that again today. Kurt Busch and Kyle Larson will be in row number 2. Kyle Larson won at Las Vegas in real life last season, and Kurt Busch won there in real life the season prior. We'll see who can go to victory lane in this race today. Maybe it'll be from row number 2. Mark Truex Jr. and Alex Bowman will be in row number 3. Alex Bowman comes into this race right around the cutoff line, and Mark Truex Jr., one of the drivers that is sitting pretty decently above the cutoff line, but it is no wide margin by any means. I mean, really, even Joey Logano as the number 2 seed comes in only 16 points to the good. So all these playoff drivers that are starting towards the front of the field looking to capitalize on stage points today. Michael McDowell, Brad Keselowski will be in row number 4. Michael McDowell was eliminated from the round of 16 in the playoffs, but Brad Keselowski was not. He, in fact, advanced by just 2 points over Austin Dillon, Kurt Busch, Tyler Reddick, who ended up just getting bumped out below him. So we'll see if Brad Keselowski can move his way into the next round of the playoffs with a kickstart of a good start to the round today. Denny Hamlin, Austin Dillon, row 5. Mentioned that Austin Dillon was eliminated from the playoffs. Denny Hamlin most certainly is not. He comes in above the cutoff line starting the round today. Again, Ryan Blaney will be starting at the rear of the field. You'll see the playoff standings at the top of the screen throughout the course of this one today. Let's get racing. Trey's Rail Fanning, welcome to the stream. Alrighty, let's get this underway. Thank you for that comment, by the way. 400 miles, 267 laps will be the scheduled distance for tonight's race. The green flag is going to be in the air. We're coming off the heels of one of the best races of the season at Bristol 2 nights ago. What will happen in today's race is the field will head down into turns 1 and 2. First 550 package race of the playoffs, and the first in 5 races have to go back to Michigan on a 2-mile racetrack. Was the last 550 racetrack we had so far on the schedule. Ryan Blaney had a top 5 in that one, finishing 4th. It looks like Kevin Harvick is going to lead lap 1 out at the front of the field. Ryan Blaney taking it easy at the back of the pack. He's lifting in the middle of the corners. He's just trying to figure out what his car has capability-wise. It's only 80 laps at stage 1. Definitely doesn't want to just wait too long into the stage to make some moves. But now is too early, knowing how risky it is. There's no stability help on in this race today. So just a little bit of contact is probably all it's going to take to wreck this 12 car. He was on the brakes that time, kind of riding the brakes into turns 3 and 4, slowing the momentum down on his own race car to keep it off the back bumper of the 96 of Ty Dillon. And once the field starts to hopefully space apart in a little bit, that's when Ryan Blaney is going to start to make his moves. Anita Luna, welcome to the stream. Just be patient. Yep. 52-point cushion for Ryan Blaney coming in as the number 1 seed for round number 2. He also was able to advance based off a win in the last round. There were 3 different winners, all playoff drivers in the opening round. William Byron, Ryan Blaney, then Joey Logano in that order. But all resetting for the round of 12 today. And the next 2 races of the round, Talladega and the Roval. So very, very crucial to get a win today, and if you can't get a win, at least have a super, super solid points day, get a lot of stage points. Hopefully score the race win as well.
Stay left. All clear. Stay left.
The sooner you can get yourself into the round of 8, the better. Then he got underneath the Ty Dillon. Kind of lifted, though, off turn 4, and Dillon had a pretty good run. He stayed in the gas. There was a slow up down towards the bottom. So he was able to get around the 62 of Brendan Gaughan and I believe the 7 of Corey LaJoy. Blaney feels he is definitely way faster than these cars because he is lifting quite a bit. He's on the brakes in the middle of the corner. That's something you really want to do with the 550 package, but at the same time, when you're being patient, I think he's willing to do just that right now. And he'll pull out of line, make the pass on the 62 car of Brendan Gaughan. Now on the inside of Ty Dillon in the 96, so this is where Blaney's going to start to make the moves. Is going to be on lap 6, and he'll make 2 passes in about a half a lap.
Clear. Solidly in the top 10 now. Keep this pace. Keep focused. Solidly in the top 10 now. Keep this pace.
Did he say we're probably in the top 10 right now? What the heck? Oh my goodness. We're probably in the top 10 right now. Oh no, sir, we are in 38th. There's this thing called a leaderboard. It's usually on the front stretch. You can look at that every lap, see where I'm running.
Clear all around.
Plenty around the outside, getting around another car of Joey Gase in 53. Got double wide traffic right in front of him. He's starting to back out of the throttle just a little bit. Definitely doesn't want to go 3 wide, especially this early in the race. Lap 8, Corey LaJoy kind of held out a line. Then he's going to go to the outside. He's going to stand on the gas through turns 1 and 2. And he's got a lot of clean air because a lot of the cars went down to the bottom in front of him. Clears a couple cars, now gets underneath the 51 of Cody Ware. Another pass for position. Lifts as the 55 car pulls to the bottom in the middle, just in case he got that dirty air wall right in front of him. The car's kind of going down to the inside lane. Blaney's going to take the outside, and he'll stay on the gas as he catches the car in the clean air again. Getting around Matt Mills on the outside of Quinn Houff from the 00. He'll clear him down the backstretch as well. So slowly but surely, Ryan Blaney working his way through the field. Back to the outside again on James Davis and Justin Haley. So he's getting around the back marker cars up to 30th place. Starting to push it a little bit harder, obviously, as he's making passes now versus just staying reliant on not making passes. It's not like Bristol where he's going to have to worry at all about potentially going a lap down early in the race, being too patient at the back of the pack in a similar circumstance where he didn't practice or qualify. And you got on the gas in the middle of 1 and 2 to make sure that Gralla was going to be able to clear in front of him off the exit corner. He didn't even want to take the risk of getting squeezed into the wall He's able to get around both Rala and McLeod through turns 3 and 4 anyway. Champion difficulty for this race, something we have done for all the 550 tracks so far, especially no stability help. Traction control is off.
Got one left.
Good thing is, cooler temperatures, nighttime sky, could create a lot more grip. Then he slides in line between Chase Briscoe, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. off the exit of turn 4. That'll get Ryan Blaney up to the 25th place position. And he'll work back to the outside to get around Briscoe and hopefully Alfredo through turns 1 and 2. Gotta say, the 12 car is actually handling really well right now.
Clear all around. Clear all around.
And this is a championship drive if I haven't seen one out of this 12 team so far yet this year, just based off the patience alone to start this race. Old Custer pulls up.
All right, hold your line.
Ryan Blaney on the outside of Custer in the tri-oval. Blaney hasn't really been side-by-side very long in this race, especially on the straightaways, but Custer gave him just enough room and more clean air in front of the 12 as he has already cracked the top half of the field into the 20th place position. Well, I thought he's in, so I don't know what's going on with the leaderboard right now. This is as wonky as I think I've ever seen it. I'm in 20th now, and then I was in 24th off the exit of turn 2. It's always something different. Now it's the Ryan and Ryan show. Blaney to the outside of Newman through turns 1 and 2.
One left.
And off the exit of turn 2, Blaney stays high. He'll be able to clear Newman on the backstretch for 19th. Into turns 3 and 4. Outside of Bubba Wallace. He's lifted quite a bit. He's going to let Bubba Wallace go right in front of him, and off the exit of turn 4, Wallace is clear. Michael McDowell, Daniel Suarez were side by side, and he had a run to take it 3 wide to the outside, but obviously did not want to do that. Now through turns 1 and 2, will go down, looking to go up towards the outside again, and he is getting baited into going 3 wide, but he is really being patient and not wanting to do that. Not unless he knows he can clear him off the exit of the corner. Or in this case, Bubba Wallace is going to clear Daniel Suarez as well as Ryan Blaney. Blaney to the outside of Wallace. Great momentum off the outside, off the exit of turn 4. And now Blaney gets to the outside of the 34 car as well of Michael McDowell.
Still next to you. Clear all around.
Turns 1 and 2.
Got one right.
Blaney down to the bottom now underneath the 17. Busher went down to try and side draft him.
Car right. Clear, clear. Stay left.
Busher's got a lot more momentum off the exit of turn 4 from the outside. Carries that through the tri-oval into turns 1 and 2. Blaney going back to the outside of Busher this time. He'll get around him, clear. Now on the outside of the 48 car as well. Big run on the backstretch for Blaney. 3 wide to the top goes Ryan Blaney. In turns 3 and 4, is he going to be able to clear the cars that are just underneath him? Barely cleared Kurt Busch, and he was alongside Keselowski still, but at least he was side by side off the exit of turn 4. He's all right with that. He just doesn't want to be 3 wide. Old contact, Keselowski going up to side draft the 12, and he got into him just a little bit. Very lucky that didn't turn the 12 car. Blaney now to the bottom on the backstretch, heading towards turn 3. Clears Bell and Busch for position. Ryan Blaney already up to 8th. Hendrick fans, welcome to the stream. Chase Elliott, Tyler Reddick right in front of Ryan Blaney for position as well. Blaney to the outside in turns 1 and 2.
Got one left. All clear.
Gonna clear Reddick. Alongside Elliott. Elliott squeezes the 12. This has been a perfect race so far for Ryan Blaney to start, as he has driven himself up to the 6th place position. He's got more clean air in front of him after 19 laps going from last to 6th. He's got a race car that's capable to win tonight. He has not had luck on the 1.5 miles so far this season, but he's looking to turn that around, and knowing there's still a couple more 1.5 miles left in the playoffs, even though no more left in this round. That'd be a huge momentum surge if he can win this race. Won't have to worry about Talladega. Won't have to worry about the Roval next week. That'll give him more confidence going into Kansas and Texas to start the round of 8. Chilly Days, welcome to the stream. Zach Schuschman, welcome. I wonder who's leading right now. Potentially looks like Kyle Larson is in second. Could be wrong on that. I know for a fact Truex is in third, Hamlin fourth, and William Byron in fifth. Blaney sixth, closing in on Byron. And a good run off the exit of turn 4 will get to the outside of the 24 car of Byron. And he'll pass him into turns 1 and 2.
Clear all around. Clear all around.
A little tight. Byron's still underneath him. Contact off the exit of turn 2.
Clear all around.
Blaney with the crossover down to the bottom. Good battle for 5th going on, and Blaney's going to get him back. Clear this time. And it is Larson in second place. I thought I saw the 5 car up there. Kind of looked like his HendrickCars.com paint scheme. Lady's so lucky he never got turned. That was the second time a car had made contact with him off the exit of a corner. First it was Keselowski off the exit of turn 4 earlier, and that time it was Byron down the backstretch. And Blaney held his line both times. He was very lucky not to wreck both times.
Keep moving forward. Keep focused here. Still a few more out front.
He closes on Denny Hamlin. Has a run on the outside lane.
All right, hold your line.
Hamlin probably going to go up to try and side draft Blaney. Blaney's giving him as much room as he can. Door to door into turn 1. Blaney side drafting Hamlin back and into the corner.
All clear.
We'll see if Blaney's going to be clear off turn 2. He is, and gets a run down the backstretch. We'll take it to the inside of Truex into turn 3. Blaney up to a podium position. Kevin Harvick really pulling away from the pole in this one as well. Saya Z. On and all, welcome to the stream. JC1424, welcome. Jeez, I overran that corner. That was pretty bad. See, why is it showing me in 21st? Now it's showing me in 1st. What the heck is wrong with this leaderboard tonight? I've never seen it this bad. And now we're back to 5th. And now we're right where we are in 3rd. Don't pay attention to it at the top of the screen. You'll get confused. I'll keep you updated on what position I'm in. Right now it is 3rd place for Ryan Blaney. I don't even know that he's going to make any adjustment changes. 60 laps is about as far as you can go on fuel in this game at Las Vegas. So it'll be interesting to see how the stages are going to be split today by the field. Obviously, if any cautions come out, that could dictate about what strategies could come into play as well. AI early got a pit if they're close to the end of their fuel run if the caution comes out. As strong of a car as Blaney's got right now, it would probably be a little bit of a risk to short pit and risk getting trapped a lap down. Blaney gonna look low under Larson
Clear, clear.
for 2nd place. All clear. And he's only about a 1.5 seconds behind Kevin Harvick in closing. 5 car about 3 to 4 car lengths back off the exit of turn 4. This just doesn't feel right. I feel like this has been too easy, and I get I was kind of patient those first 8 laps before I started to even pass a single car. Just waiting for everything to kind of space out a little bit, so I wasn't having to make any 3 wide moves. But it feels easy, and which is scaring me because I feel like that it's not going to be this easy. There's no way it could be this easy. Not on this game. It's still too early yet also. coming to lap 30 this time by. Blaney's probably going to have a shot to get around Harvick, if I'd have to assume next lap. He goes to the outside through turns 3 and 4 to catch some clean air. Harvick went to the bottom. Blaney slingshots down to the apron, and Blaney will lead his first lap of the race at the start-finish line as he pulls high to clear Kevin Harvick into turn 1. He can now angle the car off as he drives the middle lane through turns 1 and 2. Harvick down to the bottom on the white line. First time we've had a lead change tonight, and it'll be Ryan Blaney out in front at Las Vegas.
Right there. See him. Go get him. Awesome job.
Only about halfway through the fuel run right now as well. Gonna be a race Keegan dominates. Man, I hope so. I do not want to worry about Talladega or the Roval in this game, especially knowing that I race on complex damage every race, whether to have stability up on or off. I can just see it being too chaotic in both of those races. Get the win, advance. Won't even have to worry about it. Blaney did not have a good run in the first race of round number 1. In the Southern 500, had no stage points, finished 32nd, but then came back, won both stages, and won the race at Richmond. And then at Bristol, he ended up finishing 6th in stage 1, 4th in stage 2, and ended up with a 3rd place finish at the end. So had just a solid race all the way around, looking to keep a little bit of a hot streak going tonight under the lights at Las Vegas. There's a stretch of 5 straight night races on the season. I believe it's the final night race of the season as well. I believe every other race from here on out is going to be a day race. Gene Huddleston, welcome to the stream. 15 likes on the stream so far, 30 people currently watching. Thanks for everybody tuning in on this Friday night. Getting your NASCAR fixings kick-started early this weekend. Truck and Xfinity racing at Pocono tomorrow. I'll be at work and miss the truck race, and the Xfinity race I believe is going to be on when I'm on the way to Sharon Speedway, the SRX race, so I'll probably end up missing both races. Well, no, never mind. I'll probably catch the start of the truck race on my lunch break, considering I go to lunch at noon. They probably won't actually start the race till probably closer to 12:15, 12:20. At least catch the first few laps. Victory Lane Videos and Productions, welcome to the stream. Of course, haven't dealt with any lap traffic yet today. Blaney will have to do so in a few laps. Car's definitely tightening up on the longer run. He's kind of having to lift even in the clean air just to make sure he's not going to be anywhere close to the wall off the exit of the car. He doesn't even really want to flirt with it if he doesn't have to. He was alright with running the outside when he had more grip on fresher tires, but as the tires are starting to fall off, I don't know that that's necessarily going to be a wise decision with a tight race car. Fuel window is open to make it to the end of stage 1 if something catastrophic were to happen. That time he did go to the outside, but it was mainly just to catch some clean air in front of him. He's just going to be patient getting around these lap cars, just like he was when he was at the back of the field to start this race.
Stay right. Clear all around.
Find a hole, hop down in line. Down to the bottom end of the tri-oval to get around Josh Balicki.
Clear, clear.
He should get back to the outside in turns 1 and 2 to get around Quinn Houff and Joey Gase.
Clear all around.
NASCAR 21 or NASCAR 2001, better game. I don't know if I've played NASCAR 2001. I would imagine it's probably better than this. I think anything. This is definitely the worst NASCAR game I've ever played. I'm not joking when I say that. No joking around when I say that. And that's not exaggeration either.
Clear, clear, clear.
NASCAR Heat Evolution was bad, but I don't remember it being this bad.
One down low, one down low. Click one left, one left.
Rod G, welcome to the stream. I'm not going to make any adjustment changes. I'm trying to get the repaired off. It always sets it at minimal to start, but there's so much of a pull down the straightaways, I don't want to just wreck. Ever played NASCAR 98 sometime? What console would I need for that? Probably PS1. Blaney out of the gas that time, still got in the wall. Didn't blow a tire. Halfway through stage one. It's the first time he's hit the wall today. 41 laps in. Bartney, welcome to the stream also. Davison chopping down right in front of Blaney. Blaney saw that coming from a mile away, and he ended up on the brakes before the 15 car even pulled down. Go to the inside. Should clear before turn one comes around, and that is the case. Does NASCAR even let them put? I don't know how I don't know how much NASCAR knows about the game before they actually release it. I feel like they should get somebody at NASCAR to play the game. Like, get a NASCAR executive to play the game for like an hour. Or even a half hour. Just run a couple quick races. Play for a half hour, see if they like it. I can imagine he'd go to Daytona the first time, and there would be a speed glitch. And then they'd be like, you know what, I think kids would love this. That's probably what happened. What's the phrase they always use all the time? We like what we're seeing.
Clear, clear.
You know what? We like what we're seeing here. We think this game has a lot of potential. Kids would love
One
this.
left. Clear, clear,
Oh
clear.
boy.
Clear, clear, clear.
That knocked the 12 car a bit loose.
Keep charging.
Justin Haley chopped him off in the middle of the back straightaway.
Enjoy the view. All right, that's the lead right there. Enjoy the view.
Had the lead for a while now, but thanks.
Stay left. Clear all around.
Supposed to be the best. Yeah, it was. Last year was the best NASCAR season ever. That's what it was supposed to be. So of course this must be the best game ever, right?
There. See him. Go get him. Clear, clear.
That's how the marketing works. Catching a little bit of draft off of Anthony Alfredo in the 38 car.
Clear, clear, clear.
Diving into turn one, making the pass on him. Will the drivers play it? I feel like there's only a select amount of drivers. Like William Byron, I feel like would be down to do it. I don't think they're going to get Kevin Harvick or Kyle Busch to sit down for a half hour play this thing. There's no way. Be like, can I just get a copy to bring it home to my kid? Drug test the spotter. See, the game baits you into going 3 wide there, but Blaney, today's not the day for him to do that.
P2 right
He's just going to continue to sit behind. He's pulled out to a pretty good sized lead. One thing he's hoping for now is that his pit crew is going to be on their game. We're going to be seeing pit stops right around lap 60. I'm honestly willing to stay on the same strategy as the rest of the field, not pit during the stage break either, because I do not want to put myself back in traffic again if I can help it. That's obviously assuming that this stage goes caution-free, at least until we get into the first set of pit stops as well. I'd say the spotter's doing his job, he's just not doing it correctly. And he got really tight, very close to the wall that time through turns 1 and 2. He went to go to the outside to get the clean air, but he couldn't hold the outside lane. He also didn't want to go 3 wide.
3 wide, 2 down there.
Custer checked up so much getting into turn 3, and Blaney ran into the back of him. Nothing major. Blaney going to go down to the apron through the tri-oval. It was probably going to be the best way to get around him now. He was sitting behind those cars for so long. And he'll be able to clear all 3 of them on the front stretch heading towards turn 1. So now just 25 cars are on the lead lap. Eric Jones trying to cross the 12. Brian Blaney over, not going to happen there. We are getting very close to the first pit stop of the race today, about 10 laps, maybe less away. I don't think I'm going to stretch it all the way to lap 60. I do not want to take any risks. I'll probably pit at a lap anywhere between 56 to 58 when we're going to see the 12 car hit pit road. $20 likes on the stream already tonight, over 50 people watching. Let's see if we can get up to 50 likes 3 consecutive nights in a row. Actually, last time we had 62. Greatly appreciate you guys running that like count up over the last couple of nights on the stream. Stream's up. Heat 4, is Heat 5 worth getting? Honestly, NASCAR Heat 4 is personally my favorite of the Heat games. If you want a little bit better or more updated roster, you know, Heat 5 I guess would be the way to go. And I guess with all the patches that came out after the fact, you shouldn't have to deal with many game crashes or glitches like you would have when the game initially launched. I don't know what the price of any of it is either. That may factor in. Jojo Sismo, welcome to the stream. I mean, it pretty much is a copy and paste game. It's just the driver lineup really is the only thing. That and you can create your own schedule too. That was always, I thought that was a nice feature. That was one thing I always liked with the older games. Playing the EA Sports games growing up, I always loved creating my own schedule.
Car right. All clear.
Still like doing it. That's why I like doing the custom schedule seasons on the channel.
Stay left. All clear. Car right.
Blaney getting around Chase Briscoe in the 14 car. Ever do NASCAR 98, 99 sometime, please and thank you. I mean, maybe. I don't know that I do like a playthrough of it. I don't even have those. I don't have those games, and I don't have the console for it right now, so I can't guarantee it would be anytime soon. I'd be down for, you know, playing some older games. I mean, that's one thing with this. Like, these are video game streams, but I try to treat them realistically with the live commentary side of things. So it's not necessarily like always about necessarily what game I play. It's just, I mean, the only reason I play this at all is just because it's got a somewhat updated roster. I stopped playing it, but I wanted to finish what I started, so that's why I came back to finish the final, like, 16 races of the season I had a couple weeks ago. Like, alright, now's the time to just grind and finish it. Let it be done. I don't know what's wrong with that Jacob guy. We need the mods to get in on that. Ever played Grand Theft Auto? I've never played Grand Theft Auto before. I might have at like a friend's house before. I've never owned Grand Theft Auto. PS1 games work on the PS2? I honestly was unaware of that, to be completely honest. Oh, Ryan Blaney's out of gas. It's only lap 58. Oh, that is terrible.
Got one right. All clear.
He is very slow right now. Trying to limp his way all the way down to pit road. I just noticed the car was running really slow through turns 1 and 2. Ryan Blaney is out of gas. Trying to make it down to pit road. Will he make it into his pit box is going to be the next question.
Alright, leaders on pit
And he
road.
will. Blaney's in. Oh, good thing he had the first pit box. I thought I was a little nervous there. That's obviously going to cost Ryan Blaney quite a bit of time. I did not realize that he was going to run out right there. We were only at lap 58, and I know you could go 60 laps, but for whatever reason, Blaney couldn't go all 60. I was planning on pitting right around lap 58 anyway. And Blaney's in. It's going to be interesting to see if he's actually going to cycle back to the lead or not. He was coasting from the exit of turn 2 all the way back to pit road. Kevin Harvick is just getting out of the pit box right in front of him. This is going to be the battle for the stage win between Kevin Harvick and Ryan Blaney. Who's going to get up to speed quicker? Blaney's running a lot lower than the 4. He's taking a little bit shorter line. Harvick pulling up in front of Cody Ware. Blaney staying down on the bottom of the racetrack right now into turn 3. Side by side between the 4 and the 12, and the 12 is going to be clear. You have to check up in case more cars are going to pit. Blaney was out of the gas off the exit of turn 4 just as a safety precaution. Harvick to the inside. They battle for the eventual lead once everybody else pits. Blaney on the outside. Harvick got trapped on the bottom. No, welcome to the stream. Speaking in third person. I remember when I was doing that when I first started the channel, and there were a lot of the originals of the channel back when I had like no subscribers. Like, why are you talking in third person? This is weird. This is not normal. It's like Kyle Busch is the race leader currently. Ryan Blaney trying to pull away from Kevin Harvick now. It's definitely going to allow more cars to finish on the lead lap at the end of the stage than what they were probably going to have otherwise. Blaney's really hoping a caution doesn't come out. Trap him a lap down. Otherwise, he's going to be in really good position to win this stage. He definitely went as far as he could on fuel, 58 laps. Should be able to make it even if he doesn't pit during the stage break on one stop in stage number 2. Gerard Household, welcome to the stream. Back inside the top 10, currently scored an 8th. Still waiting on the top 7 in front of him to hit pit road if they're not already on pit road. A couple of them are.
All right, top 5. Here we go.
And Blaney's up to 3rd. Maybe 4th. 3rd. I don't know. The way the leaderboard's been today, it's hard to tell. Surfer Express, welcome to the stream. Blaney lifting quite a bit. Side by side, right in front of him between Anthony Alfredo and Kurt Busch. And Alfredo just came out of the pits. Blaney down on the bottom underneath the 38 car. In turns 1 and 2.
Go get him. All right, right there. All right, that's past the lead right there.
Ryan Blaney's going to be in the lead now.
Past the lead right there.
This will cycle back
Car right.
to where he was when he ended up hitting pit road at lap 58.
All clear.
Which is out in front of the field. Kurt Busch in 17th, last car in the lead lap right now, right in front of the 12th car. Now on his outside as Blaney's down low. 15 laps to go, stage 1, still caution free today. Blaney clears Busch into turn 1.
Right there.
Like Chase Elliott's the last car in the lead lap.
Clear, clear.
Kurt Busch no longer in the playoffs, was eliminated in the round of 16. He was the first driver below the cutoff line at the end of the Bristol night race. He was just 2 points behind Brad Keselowski. Fabulous, fun, freaky, fast Friday. The way things are going today with this race, I'd agree with you. NASCAR 91, the earliest on the PS1? Yeah, I have no clue. I couldn't even tell you exactly what year the PS1 came out, to be completely honest. Didn't the PS2 come out in like 2000? Or maybe that was the PS1. I have no clue. I feel like one of them came out in 2000. Probably the PS2. Timeline of it, I feel like it'd be the PS2. Maybe neither of them.
P2 right there. Keep digging. P2 right there. Later. Later.
I wish I could have had NASCAR 21 for free. My sorry ass had to pay, what, $60 for it? Jeez. I'm glad I didn't get the Ultimate Edition, I'll tell you that much. PS2 came out in 2000, PS1 came out in 94. Wow, I didn't realize it was that old. I was right on PS2 in 2000. That was a heck of a block by Joey Logano. He barely cleared Chase Elliott and tried to get to the bottom to get around the lap car of Corey LaJoie in front of him. They see Ryan Blaney slowly closing in behind him. And they know they've got to get going if they're going to want a chance to finish this stage on the lead lap. 10 laps to go this time by. Hamlin's still, or Elliott rather, still stuck behind Corey LaJoie. Blaney down to the inside of Elliott. In the tri-oval heading towards turn 1. LaJoie down on the bottom lane though. It's going to put Blaney in the dirty air. Off the exit of turn 2, LaJoie slides wide right in front of Elliott. Elliott is going to try to go and side draft Blaney on the backstretch into turn 3. Blaney picking Elliott behind LaJoie. Logano trying to block his teammate now.
2 on the outside. You're 3.
Until McDowell in the 34 got in his way. Into turns 1 and 2. McDowell will go a lap down. As well as Logano. Logano looking low into turn 3. Trying to get back around the 12, but the 12 throws the block in the middle of the corner. 8 laps to go, this time by in stage 1. We've got a few playoff drivers right behind Ryan Blaney trying to get their lap back before the end of the stage. No free passes awarded in this game. And Brad Keselowski, other playoff drivers in the last place position of the cars on the lead lap. Trying to get around a couple slower cars through turns 3 and 4. He will down on the bottom. Blaney trying to go full throttle. That was probably not a good idea. He's pushing it maybe just a little too hard.
Got one left. Stay high. Still next to you.
The outside of Matt Mills, Quinn Health.
Clear, clear.
We're probably going to get stuck right behind both of those cars now. Keselowski gets by James Davison.
Far right.
Blaney to the inside of Davison into turns 3 and 4. He'll pass him. Keselowski on the bottom. Blaney got put in the dirty air. Didn't have to lift though. He's got to run in the tri-oval as he drives to the inside of Keselowski into turn 1. Trying to put the deuce a lap down.
Clear, clear, clear.
Brad up high. He'll hold on strong at least for another corner. Blaney falls in line behind him.
Clear, clear.
This is a dire battle for Brad Keselowski. Blaney on the outside. Brad with the block. Blaney with the crossover down to the bottom.
Clear all around.
And Keselowski will go a lap down. Ace of Spades, welcome to the stream. Chris Buescher, last car in the lead lap in the 17 car. So Blaney's now lap cars inside the top 10, or at least a car inside the top 10. Keselowski trying to catch Buescher for position at least. Get him another stage point. He's got 2 laps to get around him. Pit road is closed. We have just 2 laps to go in the stage. I'm sure nobody wants to pit anyway at this point. Buddy Mead, welcome to the stream. And now the last car in the lead lap is Tyler Reddick in 9th. BJ McCall, the 78's the next car in front of Ryan Blaney. Blaney to the outside in turns 3 and 4.
Clear all around.
We'll clear McLeod, and he's got 1 lap to get around Reddick. We'll see if Reddick can hang on to the lead lap. Reddick, another driver eliminated in the round of 16 of the playoffs. But Blaney trying to put another car lap down before the end of the stage. Larson stuck behind a slow car of Eric Jones down the backstretch, but Blaney's too far behind to put the 5-car lap down. Into turns 3 and 4. Blaney to the outside. Tyler Reddick down to the bottom. It's going to get Blaney a run off the exit of turn 4. Reddick pulls high. Blaney down to the bottom underneath Reddick. Ryan Blaney will win stage 1, and Tyler Reddick by half a car length will finish the stage a lap down. And no free pass given in this game, so that means there are just 7 cars that finish on the lead lap to the end of the opening stage, caution-free through stage 1 so far tonight. This is our first yellow with the stage break. Ryan Blaney will pick up stage win number 18 this season. That's another playoff point that will carry over into the round of 8 if he advances to the round of 8. And 10 points for this round if he does not win today's race. Kyle Busch will finish in 2nd in the stage, scoring 9 points. Kevin Harvick in 3rd, Denny Hamlin 4th, and Martin Truex Jr. rounds out the top 5. All playoff drivers at that. William Byron at 6th, Kyle Larson 7th, Tyler Reddick, the highest running eliminated playoff driver at 8th, Brad Keselowski 9th, and the only driver who didn't make the playoffs in its entirety in the top 10 in stage 1 was Chris Buescher, rounding out the top 10. Alrighty. Take a picture. And we'll get on to stage number 2. I don't plan on pitting during the stage break either. I'm staying on the same strategy as the leaders. Alrighty.
Pit road is closed.
Let's see what we've got here. Seth Thomas, welcome to the stream. Cheyenne, welcome to the stream. Connor Caldwell, welcome to the stream also. No, NASCAR 21 is not good, even on PS5. Oh, jeez. Yeah, Buddy Mead asked the question. NASCAR 21, good, I wouldn't buy it, buddy. I would just wait. I would just wait until NASCAR 23, honestly. So it's going to be interesting to see how this restart will come about. Top 7 on the lead lap. We'll see if we're going to have a battle at all here. Green flag is in the air. Stage 2 underway at Las Vegas.
Stay left. Good progress so far. Clear, clear, clear. Clear, clear, clear. Stay left.
Thanks, Cheyenne.
Still there. Awesome job.
Still side by side between Kevin Harvick and Ryan Blaney off the exit of turn 2. We've got a drag race down the backstretch as they battle for the race lead. And Blaney will clear Harvick into turn 3. Not going to be able to hold it. Remember, everybody on a little bit older tires right now. And off the exit of turn 4, Blaney will be able to hold clear. And in fact, Kyle Busch got around Kevin Harvick through turns 3 and 4 down towards the bottom lane. So Kyle Busch right back to where he finished in the last stage in second, which also, I'm wondering why Harvick restarted second considering he finished second. I know the choose cone is not a thing in this game, so
Top 5. Here we go.
that will also be cool if that is implemented in the next NASCAR game.
That's good. Drive away.
Blaney in that middle to upper groove right now. Stays full throttle through it. Will carry a little bit more momentum down the front stretch now. Running that middle to outside lane. He's pulling Kyle Busch for the time being. So 58 laps as far as Blaney could go on field. So he's going to pit after lap 57 on laps this run, which means he would have ran 22 laps to the end of stage 1 on his fuel tank so far, which means he needs to go to lap 35. Lap 35, just shy of the halfway mark in stage 2, will be when Ryan Blaney will make his second pit stop of the race tonight. Seek and Destroy Gaming, welcome to the stream. I don't use any assists for most of the 550 tracks, at least. I don't have any assists on tonight. And complex damage. I've only hit the wall once. Luckily, I didn't blow a tire.
We'll give you one more.
And I've only made contact with another car, I think, like 3 times.
All right, that's the lead right there. Enjoy the view.
It was sketchy all 3 times, but it really forces you to have to race super, super clean.
You're in the top 5 with that one. Top 10. Give me some more.
That comment kind of worked in the chat.
Drive away.
Put that Subway SOB in the row. Must be a Chase Elliott
All right,
fan.
top 5. Here we go. 2 leaders.
That was the exact paint scheme that the incident happened at Bristol, too. Makes it, that comment even all the more better. Like a big watch party. All the people in the chat, yeah, kind of. We're all watching the same thing.
We didn't come here for second. Keep sharp. That's good. Let's drive away.
I'd say Ryan Blaney's definitely the class of the field today, and he is going to be the one to beat. The good news is this race started in the nighttime, and it will end in the nighttime, so we won't have to worry about any sort of a lights turning on glitch or a glitch of that sort. Unlike the first Las Vegas race earlier this season, Blaney blew a tire while leading with about 90 laps to go in that race because of a glitch. Won't have to worry about it today. Just has to run his own race. Only 7 cars on the lead lap currently. Definitely need a little bit faster of a pit stop this time around. Spotter goes wild when you take the lead. Yeah, I take the lead every lap at this track tonight. According to the leaderboard. Whether I'm in the lead or not. Well, all 7 cars that finished on the lead lap at the end of the stage are all playoff drivers. So it is looking very likely that the winner of tonight's race will advance themselves into the round of 8 because it will be a playoff driver. The way things look right now. I'm trying to think back if I've won a race on a mile and a half this season. I don't think I have. Got 9 wins for Ryan Blaney. I know 2 were at Richmond. Daytona 500. 3 road courses. That's already 6 races. Trying to think of the other 3 wins. New Hampshire. I think I won the Martinsville 50% race if I'm not mistaken. And I might have won a 50% race. I know I had one at Phoenix. I might have won that one too. I don't think I've won on a 550 track all season. Let alone a mile and a half, but I don't think I've won a single 550 race all year either. Outside of the Daytona 500, but that's kind of like a modified 550 package. One super speedway one I have. All the standard 550 package races, though, I have not won. I have not won a single one. This could be the first. What better way than to have it happen in the playoffs, though? Now would be the right time for something like that to happen for Ryan Blaney. Only 1 driver out of the 12 remaining in the hunt for the championship can get away with tonight and not have to worry about Talladega and the Roval in the next 2 races next week. They're going to alternate through the different camera angles for the first time in the race today. Yo, Torres, welcome to stream. Do it for Dale. Ever since that series started, I've seen him in the chat. He says that every night. Doesn't matter what we're streaming. It can be a live commentary race on the weekend of a real race. He'll probably say do it for Dale. Will I ever play any of the NASCAR Heat games? I already have. I started the channel in the middle of NASCAR Heat 4, and then I had a NASCAR Heat 5 playthrough. So I don't plan on going back to those. I kind of had too much NASCAR Heat 5 content. I did a lot more with that than what I was originally intending on doing. Yep, 100% race length. Always. Sometimes we do 50%, but most of the time it's 100. Full race, realistic commentary all the way through. Try to give you the real feel. And he's definitely getting tight again, just like he was back at stage 1. Good news is he's in the lead and has clean air this time with the car starting to get tight. Last time he was in lap traffic. I'm wondering if we're going to get a caution for incident at all today. The only yellow so far has been that stage break at stage 1. 4-goal lead in Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals. I saw you chat earlier in the stream, Billy, and you said you were up 3-0. About a 5.5 second lead for Ryan Blaney over second place Kyle Busch. And he lifts off turn 4 to keep it off the wall. Cut a lot of momentum off down the straightaways. And it does seem like Kyle Busch is probably struggling with his car as well as Ryan Blaney, whether it's because of a tight condition or loose condition, we're not sure.
Here we go.
It is still only going to be a lap 100 though this time by. Godfather Gaming, welcome to the stream. Pick up your own car on that game.
Only a few laps till we
On NASCAR 21 Ignition. I mean, we're on race now. And I'm basically running the exact 2021 schedule. And doing the points myself because my career mode broke. I got to Texas on my rookie season of the career mode. Texas in the fall in the playoff race, and then it sent me back to Coda towards the beginning of the season randomly. I don't know how it did that. It was after a patch update, and I can't remember what patch update it was. This was a while back. I mean, this is probably like 3-4 months ago, and that's why I decided that this was going to be the final season, and I was just going to ride as my favorite driver, Ryan Blaney, and try to get him his first Cup title. Run the actual schedule and do it this way rather than a career mode that broke, because I didn't want it to break on me again going down the line. Plus, all those races I did in between Coda and Texas are all lost. It ended up being just a huge waste of time. Up 13 laps away from Ryan Blaney making his second pit stop of the race. And I would assume that the rest of the field will probably pit right around with him. Him and Harvick pit on the same lap earlier, lap 58. Blaney will probably pit a lap sooner than the 4 car this time around. Harvick isn't even the one in second right now. He is actually back another spot. We've actually seen a couple cars on pit road these last couple laps. William Byron has already pit. And he was one of the cars on the lead lap. I saw somebody else hit pit road that last time by as well. So some of the field pitting a little bit earlier than what they did last time. And this is the hope for Byron that maybe he could cycle back to the lead and take his first lead of the race at some point. His pace is really stagnated, though, for Ryan Blaney over Kyle Busch. Custer's already pit. He was a lap down. Look at Byron on fresh tires ripping around the field right now in the outside lane. He's definitely going to be making up quite a bit of time, and I would imagine wherever position he was in prior to his pit stop, he will cycle to the lead. Blaney will have plenty of time to get back around him before the end of the stage. And the fuel window's open to make it to the end of stage 2 as well right now. So by these guys short pitting this early, these drivers that are pitting currently, they're probably going to end up pitting during the stage break as well. So have to look at that as likely being the strategy for Ryan Blaney, where he's going to pit at the end of stage number 2 regardless of how the rest of the stage goes. How many cars are in the lead lap, etc.
We'll be pitting in about 5 laps. Stay right, all clear.
Then he lifted a little bit, now into turns 1 and 2 as he'll get to the outside of Quinn Houff, Justin Haley. Blaney in the wall at turns 1 and 2. And too late in the run for him to really run that outside the way he would want to right now. just drove into the back of the 77 because of how much they check up in turn 3. Oh my goodness, didn't even realize Cole Custer was there.
Clear, clear.
I looked out of the look back, he was already to the inside of us. Rearview mirror would be nice.
Got about 5 laps of fuel left.
My goodness. Lucky that didn't wreck the 12 car. Blaney's really boxed in. Big run to the back of the 41 car.
You're up top. 1 left.
Into turn 3, they're going to split Quinn Health.
Stay right.
Blaney clears Health off turn 4.
Clear all around. We'll be pitting in about 5 laps.
7 laps away for Ryan Blaney before he hits pit road.
We didn't come here for seconds.
We'll get to the inside of Cole Custer.
Stay left.
In the dirty air behind Cody Ware, got a bit tight again and had to lift to keep it off the 41 of Custer.
Stay left.
Blaney down on the bottom underneath the 41 again. Cody Ware moves down in front of the 12. Blaney down on the bottom. Gets underneath Ware. Ware crowds him a bit as Cole Custer went towards the outside lane. I believe Blaney's got the 51 car clear into turns 1 and 2.
Got 1 left.
Blaney to the outside of Custer. And the 62 have gone.
Clear all around. That's a good job. Go give me 1 more.
Custer's on the outside lane right behind Blaney for the time being.
That's good.
He's probably going to get a good run on the 12, and he'll probably try to get around. Oh, yeah. I looked back, and he was already in front of us. Oh, jeez.
Pit this lap. Pit.
Oh, I wish there was a mirror. For these kinds of circumstances like we're in right now.
All clear.
Blaney in the wall. Turns 1 and 2. Tried to get to the outside of Josh Balicki. Didn't work. Luckily, all tires are up. So he didn't blow one there either. Now, the 3rd time he's gotten in the wall. 2nd time already in stage 2. The first 30 laps of the stage.
Alright, bring it to us this lap.
Carries a bit of momentum on the front stretch right now. Underneath the 52 car of Josh Balicki. Drove it in pretty deep. Clears Balicki. Will stay in front of him off the exit of turn 2. And out of the outside of Joey Gase.
Clear.
At least initially, now cuts down to the bottom off the exit of turn 4 instead.
Clear all around. Alright, bring it to us this lap.
Knew he wasn't going to clear him off the exit of turn 4, so that's why he took that duck down to the bottom. He was out of the throttle enough and timed it right. Get the car to drive down there the way he wanted it to. To the outside of James Davison in the 15. I'll clear him before getting into turn 1. 2 laps away is Ryan Blaney from hitting pit road for the 2nd time today. We'll get 4 fresh tires right back on the race car again. Or even just a gauge you can look at. Not even so much the crew chief telling you you're low on fuel or anything of that nature. And having to be accurate.
We didn't come here for seconds. Keep charging.
Blaney's out of gas again in turn 2. I am befuddled at how he's out of gas again. He didn't even go 58 laps this time. He went 58 laps the first time. This time he goes 56 laps and he runs out. He wasn't planning on pitting until the next lap, which would have been 57 laps in, so out of fuel again is Ryan Blaney, having to coast it back to pit road. Luckily, he's got the first pit box, but this is going to cost him a lot of time once again. And Blaney's in his box. 4 tires of fuel, no adjustments. Luckily, he was still able to win stage 1. I mean, he lost about the same amount of time. That was almost a carbon copy of what happened back in stage 1, but luckily he was able to get back in. I don't know how you run out of gas 56 laps into a run at Vegas. I went 58 laps in the first run of the race, 56 this time, and I ran out again. Is it going to be like 54 laps the next time? I'm just lucky I'm running out in turn 2 every time and not on the front stretch. At least I'm able to get back to pit road. Blaney's got some making up to do second half of the stage. Catch up on Kyle Busch and the rest of the field behind him yet. Well, I guess I would be ahead of him, likely.
We've got the speed. Now get after them. Let's stay with it. Keep moving forward.
We continue to stay green. This game has broken it. Five laps to go yet. Stage 1, Blaney on a lot fresher tires than most of the cars on the racetrack, if not all of them. He's going to have to be careful of any cars that are going to be pitting into turns 3 and 4, that whenever he passes on the bottom, he better clear him pretty quickly on entry into turn 3. Lifting off turn 4 as he closes in on Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott pretty quickly. Then he back inside the top 10 to 9th, but he's still a lap down.
Got speed. Now get after them.
I don't think hair on the crew chief is going to make him less creepy. It's just the way he stares intently into your face.
One left. Clear.
Waiting for you to play with the tablet.
Got one left. Clear all around.
Younger. And not everybody old and bald is creepy.
All right, top 5. Here we go.
Although there's not really a lot of bald guys in the sport of NASCAR. There's some. Not a lot up here. Especially drivers. Lifted quite a bit. Turns 1 and 2. Keselowski was all over the place. Alright, jagged line. Turns 1 and 2.
Good progress so far. Let's keep moving forward. All right, top 5. Got one left.
Mark DeMars, welcome to the stream.
All clear.
Caution is out for the first time for incident today in the middle of green flag pit stops. That might have just trapped Ryan Blaney 1 lap down. That is unbelievable. Well, he's going to stay out of the pits. Caution is out for the first time. Blaney was in 4th when the yellow came out. Green flag is going to be back in the air. Oh, and he turns Cody Ware on the restart. Ware spins down to the bottom of the racetrack. Caution's out.
Yellow.
He tried to cut down to the bottom of the track, but then Cody Ware like checked up or something. I don't even know how he got in the back of him. There's so much room. That was completely mistimed. Well, now Blaney can't pit for fuel or tires, but because of bringing out the caution, he's going to have to pit. Jiminy Christmas. Right when you thought this race was going... I told you guys it was too easy. Way back when I took the lead at lap 30, coasted to the stage 1 win, and I was like, this is a little too easy. Like, something doesn't feel right. And now it looks like the entire field is on pit road during the stage, during the caution middle of the stage. The green flag going to be back in the air. Blaney's going to be a lap down still. So much for trying to win stage number 2 if you're Ryan Blaney. And now he's got a little bit older tires than the rest of the field as well. Not by much. I don't think it's going to be a substantial difference. It'll be a difference nonetheless. With a 3-wide move to the inside in turns 3 and 4. Larson was slow through turns 3 and 4. He might be on older tires yet. I'm not sure. Blaney trying to get around Larson for position. This is a pass for 5th. Harvick in 4th. So just 3 cars are on the lead lap with a string of yellows there. And one of them coming in the middle of green flag pit stops. Oh, we've got a race again. Blaney trying to come from behind a little bit now. Try to get as many stage points as possible to the end of the stage right now. And we don't even know what 3 cars are on the lead lap. They could be cars that were running mid-pack that maybe Harvick and Blaney could run them down in these final 28 laps of stage 2. Needless to say, they're on the lead lap right now, which is good. They should be, at least. Plan is still to pit during the stage break if you're Ryan Blaney. Luckily, after that contact with Cody Ware, he didn't have too much damage on the race car. It does seem like Blaney is closing in on Kevin Harvick in the 4. Harvick running the outside through turns 1 and 2. At least on entry, then kind of cut down to the bottom in the middle of the corner.
Let's stay with it. Keep moving forward. We got the speed. Now get after them.
No, I think there were only 3 cars on the lead lap. I think Harvick's 4th and then Blaney's 5th. Maybe not for long, though. Blaney's got to run on the front stretch. He'll get to the inside of Kevin Harvick as they battle for 4th place into turn 1.
Right.
Blaney going to clear the 4 car of Harvick. Maybe. He does slide wide off the exit of turn 2. He is clear. Blaney's got clean air in front of him. He's going to try to put together some fast laps to the end of the stage.
Keep moving forward.
And who knows, maybe he's got a shot. And Martin Truex Jr. is one of the cars on the lead lap. Scoring's all wonky. I don't know if he's in 2nd or 3rd exactly, but he is one of the cars that are in the top 3 in the lead lap. So there are definitely some faster cars. At the 12 and the 4 are going to have to try to run down, so it's probably going to be unlikely without another caution. The dangers of short pitting.
Solidly in the top 10 now. Keep this pace. Keep focused. All right, top 5.
And Blaney was kind of forced to short pit because he ran out of gas after just 56 laps. So there wasn't really anything he could have done about it. He went as far as he could.
Good progress so far. Keep moving forward. All right, top
This is still going to get a decent amount of stage points the way things are looking right now. He's going to have to boogie going into the final stage, though. He's going to want a chance to win this race. Yeah, that's true. If anybody below the cutoff line is potentially in the lead right now, that would definitely break the standings open quite a bit. I mean, we're so early into this round of the playoffs. I don't know that a winner below the cutoff line this early in the round would necessarily shake things up, just with how tight it is. Truex in 2nd. There's 11th at points coming in, and he would be 5 points below the cutoff line going into the race today. I'm not sure who the other 2 cars in the lead lap other than Truex are. Blaney's already about 3 seconds ahead of the 4 of Harvick.
Let's stay with it. Keep moving forward. You got the speed. Now get after them.
Eric Jones is in top 10, it looks like, 6th, 7th. A lap down, but good run for the 43 car. I think he was outside the top 20 for a large portion of this race. That caution, little green flag stops helped him. Matt Benedetto, Chase Briscoe, Ross Chastain are all in the top 10 as well. They really weren't before that. It was mostly playoff drivers that were in the top 10, filling up 8 of the 10 spots at the end of stage 1. Harvick's got to stay in front of at least Truex. Oh, Kyle Busch is the leader. I just saw it on the screen. Denny Hamlin third. So Joe Gibbs Racing runs 1, 2, 3. They stay out of the pits longer than anybody else. So Kyle Busch leads. Truex is in second, and Denny Hamlin is third right now. Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin are above the cutoff line. Hamlin would be 6th in points, only 6 points to the good. Kyle Busch is 7th in points, and he is only 5 points to the good. Truex is -5 coming into the race today. Kyle Larson's ran top 10 all day, and he is the last driver above the cutoff line to start this round, 4 points to the good. Bowman's in 6th. He's also below the cutoff line. He's in the similar situation that Harvick and Blaney are in, trying to get their lap back, and he looks to be at least a few seconds still behind the second place car, Truex. It's going to be interesting how aggressive Blaney's going to want to be to get around the lap cars when he catches them. The first lap car he's going to catch is going to be Cole Custer in the 41. He's pretty slow right now. He pitted even before Blaney did, so that would be why. And he's even got a lot fresher tires than the 41. This has dropped Custer back to 37. William Byron pitted well before him. He was in the top 10 at the end of stage 1. Short pitting as soon as that window opened to make it to the end of stage 2 is what Byron did. And he is back outside the top 20. Yep, live commentary Sunday for the Cup race. If I wasn't going to the SRX race this weekend, I would do the Xfinity Series as well, because that race starts late enough for me to get home from work, but I won't have time, obviously, with being on the road to Sheridan Speedway. I haven't done an Xfinity commentary stream since Portland.
One left. All clear.
Hopefully I could do one of those in the next few weeks. I think outside of that, Daytona I could definitely do. I'll squeeze that one in on Friday night. Here's Denny Hamlin in third. Blaney's catching him. Hamlin's caught back in traffic right now. So another point on the line. And Hamlin and Blaney will battle for with just more than 10 laps to go in the stage. Kyle Larson, he is back outside the top 20. Hamlin down to the apron on corner entry into turn 1, trying to get around the 55 car of Matt Mills. Running the outside through turns 1 and 2. Hamlin clears Mills on the backstretch. Blaney with the run. He'll go to the inside of the 55 car at least. He'll charge underneath the 11 of Hamlin. He'll make a pass for third. Clear, but he got tight in the dirty air behind Suarez. Had to lift. Hamlin is going to drive underneath him. Not quite. Blaney with a block off turn 4. He'll stay in front of the 11 car. Well, he's made up one spot. I imagine Truex and Kyle Busch are a lot further up ahead, though. To the outside of the 38.
Still there. Clear,
Trying to get low now, going into the corner so he could dive underneath the 99 of Suarez. As the car take its way towards the outside, trying to get to the outside of the 62 car. He's definitely being a lot more aggressive late stage 2, trying to see if he can catch the top 2 in any way, shape, or form. No, I'm not going to Watkins Glen this year.
All right, hold your line.
Good that you're going, though.
All clear.
It's a fun track. Patrick Shadley, welcome into the stream. Ten laps to go, stage 2.
Got one right. Got one right.
Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr. are 1-2 at the front of the field. Ryan Blaney 3rd, Denny Hamlin 4th, Kevin Harvick rounds out the top 5. All 5 of those cars are on the lead lap right now. We had a caution in the middle of green flag pit stops that trapped only the top 3 to be on the lead lap, which were all the Joe Gibbs Toyotas of Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., and Denny Hamlin. Ryan Blaney, Kevin Harvick quickly got their laps back off the restart. They're trying to make up as much time as they can. I think Harvick is going to have time to get to Hamlin, especially if Hamlin continues to struggle in lap traffic like he has. Oh wow, he got pit passes, awesome. Tell Ryan Blaney you're fine. I'm hoping I could get my Ryan Blaney and Dave Blaney die-cast signed this weekend. I want to get the Dave Blaney Jasper car signed, and then I also want to get the throwback scheme that Ryan Blaney ran of that scheme in 2018 signed too. I'll be bringing both of those with me this weekend. Really, the only die-cast in general that I want signed, if I didn't already buy them signed. I'm not, big into asking people for autographs and stuff like that, but those are ones I definitely want to get. That was not going to work. Justin Haley did not give Ryan Blaney a lot of room off the exit of turn 4. Blaney lifted quite a bit. Still quite a ways ahead of Denny Hamlin. Hoping this lap traffic in front of him doesn't hold him up too much. To the outside of Haley off the exit of turn 2.
Car low. Still there. Still there. Clear, clear.
And on the outside, Quinn Houff holding up the 10 of Alberola down low of the 12 car to get that run on the outside lane. Bubba Wallace pretty slow in the bottom, slows up Christopher Bell. Blaney goes down low to get by the 23 and the 20. Turns 1 and 2, drifting towards the outside. Looking for a run on Chase Elliott. Stenhouse going to get blocked by Ty Dillon in the 96.
3 wide, you're up
3 wide, entering into turn 3. Blaney going to the outside.
Got 1 low, 2
I mean, he didn't even dare do that leading up to that last caution and restart.
Clear all around.
5 laps to go for stage 2. The squeeze. Kurt Busch didn't have a lot of room for error in that middle lane with McDowell down low, Blaney up high. Blaney. A bump draft to the back of the 34. A little accidental. Blaney to the outside of the 43 of Eric Jones.
We got about 5 laps of fuel left. Stay right.
There is no sign of Kyle Busch or Martin Truex Jr. anywhere right now. Blaney way out of the gas trying to keep it off the wall. And Jones gets right back around him. Blaney should probably stop pushing a little too hard right now. He's not going to catch the 19 or the 18. Just settle down, hold on to 3rd.
All clear.
Try to get him back in the final stage.
We got about 5 laps of fuel left. Got 1 right. Clear, clear, clear.
Got your mom joke down in the chat? It's about as old school as jokes can get. On the outside of Busher. The outside of Balicki.
About 5 laps. Got 1 left. Got 1 left. Clear, clear. 1 left. 1 down low. Clear all around. Clear all around.
And he's definitely going to pit during the stage break. Be interested to see if the rest of the field will also. I thought they were going to, but the way those cautions played out back to back in this stage, they might not. It'll be interesting.
Stay right. Clear, clear.
Blaney's definitely going to pit. Stage is going to be over at the line.
About 5 laps. Pit entry is red. Pit entry is red.
I heard a big crunch. I don't know what that was. Kyle Busch will win stage 2 here today at Las Vegas in his hometown. After finishing second at stage 1, Kyle Busch will score more stage points than anybody else in the field today, and that playoff point will carry over into the round of 8 if Kyle Busch advances to the round of 8. And also for Kyle Busch, that is going to be stage win number 4 this season. So Busch picking up another playoff point. 10 points towards this round of the playoffs as well. And it is going to be interesting to see how this is going to go about into the final stage.
Watch the light.
Oh, I didn't take a picture. Hang on, I gotta go back. Gotta take a picture on my laptop, it looks like. At least I was able to pause the stream. I almost missed it. Oh, I almost forgot. I mean, I could have went back at any point in time, but it's just easy to have it on my camera. Alright. So Blaney will pit during the stage break. No adjustments will be made. This will be his 3rd stop of the day. 4 tires of fuel for the 12. My favorite driver, guy we're racing tonight as Ryan Blaney. That's the only reason I'm going to Sharon Speedway this weekend is because it's Blaney versus Blaney. That's literally the only reason. And it's within a couple hours of where I live. Because if it wasn't, then I wouldn't go. But it's a reasonable driving distance. It looked like there was only one other car on pit road. It was tough to tell who that was. Where did all the damage come from on the back of the 12 car? Green flag back in the air. That damage, by the way, is not existent on the 12 of Blaney. I don't know why that's even there to begin with. So Ryan Blaney seems to be on fresher tires than everybody else in the field. I think Custer might have been the car that was on pit road as well as the 12. Into turn 3, down to the bottom 3, wide. Not a lot of room. Logano. Briscoe to the outside. Logano making moves in that middle lane for right now. There's Kevin Harvick. Blaney going to go down to the apron through the tri-oval, trying to give himself a little bit more room. Into turn 1, side by side with the 22. Big checkup. He was on the brakes for a long time getting into turn 1 and still got into the back of the 48 car. I need to pause that. I got to get the chat back on my... There we go. I didn't have the chat up on my laptop there for a second. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the deck lift. Ooh, Benedetto with a run. Harvick squeezes. Blaney got loose. He was on the apron quite a bit going into turn 3, and the car got really loose in the middle of the corner. Bobbled just a tad, but keeps it on the racetrack. Luckily, he's got fresher tires that it was a little easier to make that miniature save. It was kind of a save before the car got loose. It was a pre-save. Pretty wide off the exit of turn 2. We still making passes. Going to get to the outside lane into turn 3. Contact with the back of the 77. And now Custer, who's on fresher tires, is down low.
1 left, 3 wide, 2 down there. Clear, clear, clear.
Blaney's caught up behind Justin Haley. Can't get around him. Blaney has not been this aggressive on the restarts today, I'll tell you that much. He also hasn't had fresh tires on a restart like this so far today. Cutting from top to bottom. 3 wide, entering turn 3. Down on the bottom. Stenhouse pulled down a little bit. The 12 got a bit tight as flat as he entered the corner as well. We are 5 laps into stage 3. Oh, and now Bell got put 3 wide. I was not expecting Kurt Busch to dive to the inside of the 20 like that. And because he did that, Bell ended up taking Blaney's line away as Blaney was coming in hot into the corner on his 40-lap, roughly fresher tires.
wide, 2 down there.
Davison going up trying to side draft the 12. Blaney gets by. He is back up to third.
1 left.
Around Bubba Wallace. Ryan Newman, Austin Dillon going to pull out of line. He'll try to pass LaJoy on the bottom. Blaney to the outside.
Here we go. 3 wide, 2
Get
down
around
there.
Austin
Stay
Dillon,
right.
Corey LaJoy.
Car low. Clear all around. Clear all around.
Oh, Bush Martin Truex Jr. must have really pulled away on this restart. I didn't wreck. That's the thing. I never wrecked this entire race.
1 left.
So I don't know how the back bumper is damaged. There's a game glitch at the exit of stage 2. The car's not actually damaged. Like, it doesn't feel any different than what it did before. It's just showing that I have damage for
All
whatever reason.
clear.
Alright, Martin Truex Jr. only about a half a second ahead. Brad Keselowski's a couple laps down back at 25th. Man, remember when he was in the top 10 at the end of stage 1.
1
He
left.
had really fallen off with those cautions. Blaney will pass
Clear,
Truex.
clear, clear, clear.
Am I still a lap down? How? I got my lap back in the last stage.
Focus here, still a few more out.
You mean to tell me the game put me an extra lap down during the stage break? Are you kidding me? I told you guys it wasn't going to be easy, was it? It was just too easy the way I won stage 1 like that. My goodness. How did I go another lap down?
Stay left. Clear, clear,
And
clear.
that would have been the pass for the lead on Kyle Busch down the backstretch, but instead Ryan Blaney is still 1 lap down. This is unbelievable. Well, now he's back on the lead lap. For sure this time. He would have only been 1 lap down with the caution that came out the middle of green flag pit stops. There's no way he would have lost 2 laps. He had too big of a lead when he pitted, even though he was coasting into the pits. Plus, he had fresh tires for about 5 laps before the caution came out, so he would have made up a lot of that time that he would have lost anyway. So it would have had to put us another lap down during the stage break when I pitted. That is unbelievable. Kind of a prelude to what happened at Bristol a couple nights ago in the last stage of the race. Happening in the last stage today at Las Vegas as well. The only difference is with Bristol it was much later. It was in the final 50 laps and on a half-mile short track. At least this one, we still have over 100 laps to go. Well, a little less than that now. A little less than 100 laps to go. But it's on a mile and a half, so Blaney does have a little bit of time to try and catch up, and he does have about 40 lap pressure tires right now. So he's really trying to take this advantage while he can. NASCAR 21 Ignition tried to be realistic challenge. Impossible, almost died. No kidding. I do appreciate all over 50 viewers currently watching the stream tonight. You guys have been knocking it out of the park this week with not only just tuning in, but smashing the like button as well. Definitely hit that like button if you have not done so already. 46 likes on the stream. We are just 4 away from getting 50 for the 3rd consecutive night on the channel. That's got to be some sort of a record, I feel like. We had over 60 last night. Let's see if we can get back-to-back nights with over 60. We got plenty of time still to get there before the end of this race. This one probably not as good as what Bristol was, but I'd say it's been a pretty decent race so far. I mean, outside of the scoring issue we had at the end of stage 2 here just a little bit ago, which Blaney got trapped an extra lap down with pitting during the stage break when everybody else stayed out, it looks as if everything else has pretty much gone by smoothly. We've had just 4 cautions today, 2 for the stage breaks and 2 for incident in stage 2. Caution free through stage 1. And caution free early in the final stage through the first 14 laps. So Blaney's made up about 9 to 10 seconds over Kyle Busch already, so he's probably about 20 seconds or so off the lead. The rest of the field's going to pit before Blaney does. I don't know that Blaney can make it on one stop, though, because he only went 56 laps under green flag conditions last time. If he goes 56 laps this time, then he is pacing to make it, if I do my math correctly, I guess he would be pacing to make it 112 laps. The final stage is only 107. So Blaney, theoretically, he should be able to make it on one pit stop in this race. He can't go 56 laps because he'll probably run out of gas on the 56 laps, so he'll go 55, and that should mean that the final run should only be 52 laps. So 55, 52 is going to be the plan for Ryan Blaney to get from basically now to the end of the race. Charges the bottom. Anthony Alfredo hits him in the middle of the corner.
All clear.
Blaney was charging in so deep into the corner. Such pressure tires. Alfredo had no clue he was down there when he turned. Blaney's making some gutsy moves right now. 3 wide dive bomb into turn 1 to get by Briscoe and Haley. And how about Chase Briscoe again, still in the top 10.
Clear, clear, clear. Got one right. Clear, clear, clear. Clear, clear, clear. Stay right. Clear, clear, clear. One left, 3 wide.
That was a
Clear,
tight
clear, clear.
squeeze
Clear,
on the
clear,
outside between Kevin Harvick's race car and Ryan Blaney's race car. So now there's definitely only 3 cars on the lead lap.
Got one left. All clear. Stay right. 3 wide.
Video game-like moves by the 12. 3 wide to the bottom.
Stay left.
Stenhouse, Jones stays glued to the white line. He'll get around both cars. Bowman's inside the top 5 right now, up to 5th. Three wide again goes Blaney into turn 1. Chops the corner off. Got a little loose as he clipped the apron going into the corner. Car slides up the racetrack. Stays high. Above the 34 of Michael McDowell. Again, there is no stability help on. The only stability is the 550 package of itself, but doesn't mean that it's really giving me any sort of a stable running of the car. A little scrape into the wall off turn 4. All tires are up. And he definitely got his momentum killed, though, down the front stretch. You saw Hamlin and Larson pull away from him quite a bit. In turns 1 and 2, Hamlin going wide, Blaney going a little wider, gets around both cars on the outside. He's now a full lap ahead of the 4th place car of Hamlin. So Hamlin would be the first and likely only car lap down. That means Harvick is probably 2 down. Well, Harvick did get a lap back at the end of the stage, though, too. So he's probably 1 down also. Along with Hamlin, if I had to guess.
Got one left.
Blaney's getting extremely close to the wall through 1 and 2. He did not lift all the way through the corner. And look at how close that was between Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney off the exit of turn 2. Elliott almost clipped the left rear quarter panel of the 12 car. The mixture of that happening and the fact that Blaney stayed in the gas all the way through the corner and just barely kept it off the wall. He is pushing extremely hard, showing how badly he wants to win this race and advance himself into the next round. He's going to back out of the gas that time and then cut to the bottom on the backstretch to get around Buescher.
Stay left.
He risked it pretty close the last time. He backs it up a little bit this time around.
Clear, clear.
Go back towards the outside. Thought about it. Nope, now he'll just stay behind Chastain and Reddick. We're 3 and 4. He's starting to back it down just a little bit. He's starting to get a little too aggressive, and this game usually doesn't reward you for that. I don't think Blaney was going to last too much longer. Now the 2nd place car of Martin Truex Jr. is the next one ahead of him as he clears Reddick off turn 2. This will be a pass for 2nd place. Standing on the gas through 3 and 4. He got to the clean air on the outside with Truex going down to the bottom. He's clear, up to 2nd, trying to come back. He's about 5.5 seconds roughly behind Kyle Busch. In 24 laps, he's made up a full lap, almost, on the leaders. But again, he's got 40 lap pressure tires, and they're going to end up pitting before him. So you can go one of two ways here. You can pit twice to the end of the stage on the same strategy, or you hope one stop is going to be good enough. But there is quite a bit of tire fall off at Las Vegas, so it's going to be pretty risky on what strategy is going to be better, a one or a two stop strategy, especially knowing that the field is probably going to be pitting sometime soon here. I definitely wouldn't pit before Busch or Truex, but once they pit, I think that would be a good time for the 12 to pit. Because they're already a lap ahead of Hamlin. So there's no way that all three of them would go a lap down if they all pitted at the same time. That would just give Harvick and Hamlin back on the lead lap, if anything. So those are the two different strategies Blaney could go about the rest of this race. Now, he's not going to know when Kyle Busch or Truex are going to pit if he is behind Busch. Barrel rolled today. Feces fight. Welcome to the stream. Well, we're in the final stage right now. Blaney won stage 1. Kyle Busch won stage 2. Blaney's got 40 lap pressure tires after pitting during the stage break. A little tight through 3 and 4. Had to lift that time. Busch seemed to get pretty close to the wall as well. Through the tri-oval. Blaney to the outside of Kyle Busch. This is for the lead going into turn 1. Blaney should blow around him on the much pressure tires. So what is the strategy play for Ryan Blaney? Do you stay out 55 and 52 laps? Or if you want to split it in half, really, you just go 54, 53. Should probably be a little more likely he's going to make it on fuel. So probably do that. 54 and 53 laps. If Blaney goes one stop, and right after Blaney took the lead from Kyle Busch, Busch hits pit road. That's a good call for the 18 team. Soon as Blaney got around him, he pits. It's a two-stop strategy in the final stage for the rest of the field because they did not pit during the stage break. One stop for Ryan Blaney, but he had to make up a lap. And he just made it up right before Busch hit pit road. Not sure if Truex is in the pits yet exactly. Once we find out if he is, then Blaney's probably going to end up pitting and staying on the same strategy as the leaders right now. There goes Busch. That's actually LaJoy down the bottom. Blaney getting really tight through turns 1 and 2. Way out of the gas, trying to keep it off the wall. Kyle Busch still showing at P2, so that tells me Truex probably pit as well.
Stay right.
Turn 3, Blaney to the outside.
Clear all around. Clear all around. Got one left.
Davison not giving Blaney a lot of room. Davison just came out of the pits and is on a little bit fresher tires on the 12.
Clear, clear, clear.
Blaney down to the inside to get by Davison through turns 1 and 2. So Blaney will pit this time. It's going to be a two-stop strategy for the 12. He's going to stay on the same strategy as the leaders in this final stage. If he stayed out a couple laps longer, I wouldn't be surprised if Busch cycles back to the lead. Well, this is the plan for Ryan Blaney. He'll be on his way in this time. 4 tires and fuel, down on the bottom of the racetrack, can't speed. And he will be down to pit road speed in time. And he's got that first pit box.
Leaders are pitting now.
4 tires and fuel for Ryan Blaney. Is he gonna pit me? Oh, you've got to be kidding me right now. Are you kidding me? What was that? Oh my goodness, if you thought it couldn't get any worse. Huh? Blaney on pit road and he doesn't even get to pit. Oh, and now he's going up the track. Oh, look out.
Clear all around.
Spun the tires coming out of the pits. He's got to stay high now. Gets it to 4th gear. This is just the absolute... I don't even know. What? And Kyle Busch is the next car behind Ryan Blaney. Well, now he has to stay out. It's one stop to the end of the race for everybody. Blaney's got to stay out now. And just hope that it pits him the next time. Kyle Busch has about 23 to 24 lap, probably more than that. He's probably got close to 30 lap pressure tires. And he is hauling the mail right now, trying to catch the 12. It wasn't me, though. I didn't have control of it. Once you hit the commitment line, the game takes over. It just didn't pit me for whatever reason. Here comes Kyle Busch. Blaney's going to try to block as much as he can right now, but he's on 30 lap older tires. And it's probably a sitting duck. Kyle Busch trying to get around the 12. Can't do it this time. If there's one thing in our advantage, it's the 550 package. I don't know how much longer Blaney's going to be able to hold back Kyle Busch. He held him off for about a lap already. I doubt he's going to be able to hold him off much longer.
That's good. Drive away.
You weren't turning toward... I don't have to, though. That, like, I shouldn't have to. Oh, and Busch throws the block. He gets the 12 car a little sideways in the middle of the corner. And that sends him in the wall off the exit of turn 4, but Blaney does not blow a tire. And Kyle Busch is back in the lead at Vegas.
Keep focused here. Still a few more out front. Awesome job. Let's command this thing now.
What an unbelievable turn of events that has just transpired. Blaney's got 17 more laps, and then he is going to pit.
Clear, clear, clear. Got one right.
Cody Ware pinches him, and Blaney has to lift to make sure he wasn't going to get wrecked by the 51 car. He's still in second. Truex is about 3 seconds behind him in third. But he's probably going to take over the second place position sometime soon, I'd have to imagine.
Clear, clear. Got one left.
The first 2 times I hit pit road under green flag conditions, it never did that. But that time it did.
Keep focused here. Still a few more out front.
I can't pit now. I have to be committed to the one-stop strategy. There's no way I can pit twice and win, because I'll just go a lap down again next time I pit anyway. It's one stop for the rest of the field. So Blaney is hoping that when he takes on fresher tires, that he is going to have enough to pull ahead of Kyle Busch far enough away that when Busch makes his final stop,
Focus here, still a few more out front.
that Ryan Blaney is going to have a big enough lead that he can hold him off to the end.
We didn't come here for second. Keep charging.
That is the strategy from here to the finish. So Blaney will pit at lap 52, will be the plan. It went from a one-stop strategy to a 2 in a hurry. And now he's just got to hope that the game's going to pit him the next time, because it didn't pit him the last time he tried to pit. Yeah, absolute pandemonium tonight. You can't predict what has transpired over, really since the end of stage 2, where he pitted during the stage break and put him a lap down. Then he tries to pit under green after he took the lead from Busch. Busch pitted. He stayed out about 3 laps longer than Busch. Decided, all right, I'll pit. Same strategy as the leaders, and it didn't pit him. That cost him so much time going pit road speed. And it wasn't even like he was going pit road speed. Like, I was stopped on pit road for a whole, 5-10 seconds, and then it just went past my pit box. I've never seen that in this game before. And here's Truex. Blaney high to block into turn 3. Battle for second. Probably not going to be much of a battle. Truex down to the bottom off the exit of turn 4. Side by side, 19-12. Truex clear at the start-finish line. Blaney out of the gas. Truex probably didn't even have to lift. This game doesn't want me to win on a 550 track. I mean, we have not won. Remember last time at Vegas, way back in the 3rd race of the season, Ryan Blaney lost this race. 90 laps to go, led. He won the first 2 stages, was dominating. But the game glitch where the lights turned on in a race that was supposed to be a day race. There was not supposed to be any nighttime racing. But the lights turned on, caused a blackout glitch that we've seen many times with the night races on this game. The day to night transitional races. And Blaney blew a tire while leading. Ended up finishing 27th. Today, hopefully he doesn't finish that far back. He gets trapped a lap down while being on the lead lap in 3rd at the end of stage 2. Comes back to get his lap back. Take the lead. Tries to go on the same strategy as the leaders to the end of the race. Pits. The game doesn't pit him. He hits pit road. He got to pit road speed. It went past my pit box and sent me out the other end of pit road. This is unbelievable. The terrible luck that Blaney has had at Vegas this season. Nothing of his own doing. This is just insane. And just the mile and a halves in general. He's had so many DNFs on mile and a halves this season. He hasn't won a 550 race yet. The problem's at Michigan. He still got a top 5, finished 4th, but he didn't win. About 3 seconds behind Truex, and I think Kyle Busch is about 5 to 6 seconds ahead of the 19. Gase in the 53 car is closing in behind the 12 of Ryan Blaney. I try to pass him through turns 1 and 2. 7 more laps and then Ryan Blaney's going to hit pit road.
Stay right. Still next to you. Still next to you. Clear, clear, clear. Alright, be ready. Hit pit road in a few laps. Car right.
Then you also got to hope if you're Blaney when you pit that you actually cycle through without a caution coming out like what happened in stage 2, which trapped him a lap down, but he got his lap back just for the game to put him a lap down again at the end of stage 2 anyway.
One left, one left.
So you have to hope that that doesn't happen again, or he's definitely not going to win this race.
Stay right, stay right.
Going side by side with the 53 car consistently is not helping his pace either. Gase doesn't have the straightaway speed to pull Blaney there, but he's faster in the corners because he probably doesn't have to lift on much pressure tires than the 12 car. These cars that have been past him have about 30 lap pressure tires on him. There's one thing though, it is not over yet, and Ryan Blaney will fight to the very finish. We have not had a trivia question on tonight's race so far. I apologize for that. It's been utter chaos really since caution in the middle of green flag pit stops at stage 2, which was right around the halfway point. So it's time for tonight's trivia question. A little bit belated, but we will have the trivia question nevertheless. Who is the only driver in NASCAR history to win 2 Cup and 2 Xfinity Series races at Las Vegas? That is tonight's trivia question. Who is the only driver in NASCAR history to win 2 Cup and 2 Xfinity races at Las Vegas in their careers? Well, career, only one driver who's done it. No hints to tonight's trivia question. The answer will be at lap 215 if you guys don't get it before then. Lap 215 will be tonight's trivia question. Answer if nobody gets it before. I'm not in the lead. Now this game's teasing me because now my crew chief keeps telling me I've taken the lead every lap, even though I obviously haven't.
You're in the top 5 with that one.
It's not Brad Keselowski. Couple of Cup wins at Vegas, but never won 2 Xfinity races here. He's got a massive burst of speed on the 41 of Custer, the 62 of Brendan Gaughan. Custer also pitted during the stage break, so the 12 is going to pass him. And he down to the bottom into turns 3 and 4 to get by the 62. Lifts in the middle of the corner as he slides a bit wide. Still feathering the throttle. Vaughn crosses him over off the exit of the corner. Joey Gay starting to power back in. Blaney does not want to be racing aggressively hard with the back marker cars right now.
All clear.
Super tight to run the outside that time. Has to lift way out of the throttle. I think Blaney's going to go pretty major with an adjustment as well when he makes his pit stop. He'll be pitting not this time by, but he'll be pitting the next lap. Going to try to loosen the car up just a little bit. Trying to help with the long run. Going to take a round of wedge out of the car. It'll be the first adjustment Blaney will make today. It'll be the 4th and final stop of the race. Blaney will have to go 55 laps on fuel to the end of the race by pitting right now.
Stay left.
He ran out at 56 laps the last time. He is hoping he's gotten up to the end.
All clear.
45 miles an hour is the pit road speed limit. He's going to get down to pit road speed this time. I'm pulling right into my box. Don't skip it. Do not skip it. Do not skip it. No. Okay. I was hesitant there. I went way past the box. Well, this is the money stop for Ryan Blaney. This is the final stop of the race. If it stays green to the end, can he make up enough time in these final 55 laps to get himself the lead and then try to hang on to the end? Took a round of wedge out of the car as well on an adjustment change. We'll see. Martin Truex Jr., Ernie Irvin, Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, those are not correct. I've not seen the correct answer yet. Again, tonight's trivia question, who is the only driver to win 2 Xfinity and 2 Cup races at Las Vegas in NASCAR history?
Let's stay with it. Keep moving forward.
Ryan Blaney back to the 6th place position right now. He is trying to make up as much time as he can. Look at how low he is.
Now get after them.
Trying to get up to speed in turns
Solidly in the top 10 now.
1 and
Keep
2.
this pace. Keep focused.
And we are in the top 10. And hopefully the car's not going to be too loose for Ryan Blaney's sake. He can't be patient now. It is all flat out to the end. And he's hoping that this wedge adjustment to free it up just a bit is going to be enough to help the car not be as tight on the longer run and compensate for the old tires late.
All right, top 5. Here we go.
He's going to have to hit his marks perfectly the rest of the way.
Top 10. Come give me some more.
Up to the bottom of Keselowski, gets around Kevin Harvick. That pass on Harvick was for 5th. It is not Kyle Larson, not Jeff Gordon, not Matt Kenseth. At least it pitted, yeah, that's true. Guys have until the end of lap 2:15. Not Harvick. Again, not
Stay
Kenseth.
right. Clear, clear.
Haven't seen the answer yet. Into the outside of Bubba Wallace. Wallace came just enough route. He had a lot of faith in Bubba there. He was just going to plant him right into the outside wall. Not Jimmy Johnson. Not Harvick. Guys have a half a lap. Mark DeMars has got tonight's trivia question right. That wild guess is correct. Jeff Burton is the only driver in NASCAR history to win 2 Cup and 2 Xfinity Series races at Las Vegas. In fact, he is the only driver to win more than 1 Xfinity race at Las Vegas, which is crazy.
Car right. Clear, clear.
Mark DeMars has gotten the question correct tonight. Jeff Burton has the answer.
One left. All clear.
He on the outside through turns 3 and 4.
Clear all around.
Pretty clear Bowman off the exit of the corner.
Clear, clear.
That's down to the bottom end of the tri-oval underneath the 9 of Elliott.
Stay left. All clear.
Blaney needs this race to stay green to the finish, and he is hoping that his pace is going to be quick enough to get him an insurmountable lead that Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr. will not be able to catch him to the finish.
Car right. Clear all around. Stay left. Clear, clear, clear. Got one
Blaney
right.
to the inside of Matt Mills. He lifted a little bit that time. He didn't want to hit the apron and really tried to stay off that white line. With a looser setup, he would have no chance of catching the car now. Got a lot of stacking up going on, heading towards turn 3, but Blaney goes 3 wide to the outside, stays in the gas, full throttle.
Got one
Was
left.
just hoping they were all going to get down towards the bottom a little earlier. That was the case. Bottom open, Logano Ware leaving it open for Blaney, and now he's got more clean air in front of him. Blaney is up to 3rd, but I don't think he's on the lead lap yet. I think he's still a lap down behind the 19 and the 18 yet. Harrison Burke's father, yep. Jack Wilson, Shurik B. Welcome to the stream, by the way. I don't think I shouted you guys out yet. McDonald's forgot. I can't read that right now. That's hilarious.
Clear all around.
I do not want to wreck at this state.
Got one right. Clear all around.
Martin Truex Jr. is not too much further up ahead.
One left.
I think Kyle Busch is in the next car after that. McDonald's forgot the damn cheese on my cheeseburger. Welcome to the stream. That's a funny name. I think we've all been there before.
Low. Clear, clear.
William Byron on pit road for his final time. That'd probably be the worst thing, is if the 19 and the 18 pitted a lot earlier than what Blaney's already expecting them to pit. He's less than a lap behind Truex per second. But he is still a lap down at the hands of Kyle
Got
Busch.
one right. Clear all around.
Busch is trapped behind one lap car going towards turn 1. I think it's the 43 of Eric Jones. He's still stuck behind him. Looks like an orange car of some sort. Let's go running the outside. Blaney running even higher.
Clear, clear, clear.
Down to the bottom, getting around Ty Dillon. Kyle Busch finally to the inside of the 43 of Jones in the Armor All Chevrolet for Petty. RPM at the time. Blaney going to the apron through the tri-oval. He's going to get back on the lead lap. So now the caution comes out. At least he's back on the lead lap and he can pit with the leaders. I feel like the game would still restart me at the rear of the field, but at least it wouldn't be necessarily on old tires.
One left.
One time he can gain here, the
Clear,
better.
clear, clear. One left. One left. All clear.
Remember, the winner goes to the round of 8 of the playoffs. And the 3 cars that have a shot to win this race still of Ryan Blaney, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr. are all in the playoffs. 2 above the cutoff line, 1 below coming into the race. Truex came in -5 points. He's had a good day on stage points so far, but a win would lock him. Won't have to worry about Talladega or the Roval, and we know he's not a good super speedway racer. I think Custer already pitted. Just up ahead, Blaney to the outside of Custer. Oh, contact! Blaney got sideways into turn 1. Got hung up on the 41 of Custer. Looked like Custer was trying to squeeze between the 12 and the 34. There wasn't a lot of room there, and Blaney got loose. Three wide down to the bottom into turn 3. Blaney gets around them all. That'll take your breath away. My heart skipped a beat. The looser setup, that car felt a lot more unstable than what it did the couple times I made contact earlier. That's only like the 4th time Blaney's even made contact with another car today. He's gotten in the wall about 3 or 4 times. Luckily, he hasn't blown a tire. Process of that, I mean, he has had about as clean of a day as you can ask for. Lifts a bit off the exit turn 4. He knew he wasn't going to get to the outside of Quinn House. Trying to make sure he's going to cut underneath him. Don't get too loose off the exit of turn 4. Car down on the apron of the track, trying to get up to speed. I think that might be Matt DiBenedetto. 21 car for the Wood Brothers. Gets up to speed into turns 3 and 4. Harvick down to the bottom. Blaney to the outside, going 3 wide to get around the 2 Fords. Gonna clear him. Benedetto's probably gonna get back around him eventually. Have to imagine Matty D on pressure tires on the 12 of Blaney. Into the outside of Bubba Wallace, going full throttle through 1 and 2, just enough room to get by him.
Clear, clear, clear.
More clean air in front of the 12. Benedetto got held up behind Wallace on the backstretch. An idiot sandwich, yeah. That is probably a good name for it. Three wide into turn 3 up ahead. Couple cars getting sandwiched. I've seen some cars pit over the last couple laps. Well, Blaney's gonna have to check up here. Nowhere to go into turns 1 and 2. Checked up a bit on the front stretch. Now he'll go 3 wide to the outside. Trying to find a hole. Now cuts to the bottom. 3 wide off the exit of the corner.
2 on the outside, you're 3. 2 on the outside, you're 3.
Shoots by Larson and Bowman outside of Austin Dillon.
All clear.
Cuts back down to the bottom.
3 wide, got 2 up
Hamlin
top.
with a block.
Clear, clear, clear.
3 wide down low.
Stay left, 3 wide, got 2 up top. Clear, clear, clear. Clear, clear, clear.
Blaney lifting into turn 1, trying to keep it off the apron. Doesn't want to make contact.
Stay left.
At risk wrecking the car. Again, no stability help on.
Clear, clear.
And he's got a looser setup than any other time in this race so far. Trying to make the car a little edgier. Trying to get a little more speed out of it here towards the end.
Got 1 left.
Any bit of checkups, that's costing him time while he's on fresh tires. Where he could have that much more of a lead by the time Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr. hit pit road. 43 laps to go yet this time by. They all pit right around lap 30. So if they go about 60 laps on fuel, we're looking at them pitting around lap 90, which would be a little less than 20 laps to go in the race. And they'll have about 37 lap pressure tires than Ryan Blaney to the finish for those final 17 to 18 laps.
All right. Clear, clear,
That's
clear.
why
Clear,
it's going to be
clear.
crucial.
2
Even
on
if
the
Blaney has a
outside.
full
Got
lap
1 right.
lead,
Got
I don't
1
even
right.
know if he's going to be able to hold
Clear
on.
all around. P2 right there. Keep digging. P2 right there. Got the speed.
Still waiting on Truex and Busch to pit.
Speed.
Like I said, they're probably going to pit close to around lap 90. I think the longer they stay out, the better. I mean, it gives them that much more fresh tires to the end, but it also gives them less laps to try and catch the 12. There is another car on pit road right now, but it looks like it might be Keselowski. It is. Brad in the 2.
1 left. Clear, clear.
Blaney in the wall. Turns 1 and 2. Couldn't hold full throttle that time. Didn't blow a tire. Again, all tires are up on the 12. It's the 5th time he's hit the wall today, and I'm shocked he hasn't blown a tire. 2nd time in stage 3 he's gotten into the wall. 1st time since pitting most recently. don't like that it's already getting tight, despite the fact Blaney loosened the car up during that last pit stop by taking around the wedge out of the car. Full throttle through 3 and 4 in the middle lane. Massive run to the inside of the 7 of LaJoy. He'll make the pass.
Clear. Keep focused here. Still a few more out front.
We're going to alternate through the different camera angles one final time in today's race for about the next dozen laps. Maybe a little more than that. We'll take you back to the far chase cam to the finish of the race. 56 likes on the stream so far. And about 50 people currently watching. Thanks for everybody sticking around. He's still in third. Truex, Busch have not pitted. When will they pit?
Awesome job. Let's command it. All right.
How big of a lead is Ryan Blaney going to end up having?
Right there.
There's Truex. He's about to pass the 19 car already.
Clear.
Dive bombs underneath the 19, and luckily Truex gave him just enough room for Blaney to make that pass. Truex stays out again. Blaney up to second as he passes Martin Truex Jr. Oh, Ryan Blaney's made up a lot of time on the racetrack right now.
You're in the top 5 with that one.
Handful of seconds yet behind race leader Kyle Busch.
Good job. Go give me one more. Awesome job. Let's command this thing now.
Then you got to go to the outside into turns 1 and 2 on the 14 of Briscoe.
Still there.
Be able to clear him.
Clear all around.
43 car of Eric Jones up ahead. Blaney pulls out of line midway down the backstretch into turn 3. He'll make the pass on Jones. Definitely gonna have to watch for cars pitting in front of him as well. At pretty much any given moment, there is one car on pit road again. Can't tell who that is from this far away. Lap 81.
Keep focused here. Still a few more out front. New leader.
Not a lead yet.
All right. Right there. You see him. Go get him.
I don't know if I see Kyle Busch yet. Near the outside in turns 1 and 2. Gets by Stenhouse. Outside of Keselowski. Now Newman.
All clear.
Clearing those guys. Cuts to the bottom. Underneath the 10 of Almirola. Nobody in front of him pits that time. And Suarez holding up Kurt Busch with a couple blocks. 3 wide. Into turns 1 and 2.
You're up top.
Suarez kind of trapped behind Quinn Houff as well as Kurt Busch. That allows Blaney to make that move 3 wide up high. There was clean air in front of him. Nobody else was directly in the same line as Ryan Blaney. Kyle Busch up ahead. Stays out of the pits that time. Couple lap cars yet between the top 2. Blaney is about to take the lead late. 25 laps to go currently at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway in the South Point Casino 400 NASCAR 21 ignition live on KRC tonight. Harvick getting another lap back. Byron on much fresher tires after already pitting, looking to get a lap back. Kyle Busch to the outside. He saw the 12. Tried to block him. Blaney on the outside. Kyle Busch down low off the exit of turn 4. Blaney's clear. Back in the lead again at Las Vegas is the 12 of Ryan Blaney. Fighting insurmountable odds after multiple game glitches tonight.
That's a good job. Go give me one more.
But Busch and Truex still have to pit.
Got the speed. Now get
And they're going to be on much fresher tires to the end than the 12 of Ryan Blaney. And I think Blaney's got enough fuel. He's got to go 55 laps. He ran out of gas at 56 laps. But he wanted to pit as soon as he can to get fresher tires as soon as he could. He thought he was within the window, so fuel shouldn't be an issue. But I guess we're not 100% guaranteed that he can make it to the end. Really hoping this race stays green, too. That's going to change everything if the caution comes out.
We didn't come here for second. He's charged. Awesome job. Let's command this thing now.
Austin Tapper pushing Truex pit. That'll trap him a lap down. Bubba Wallace on his way in. Blaney into the back of the 23. Barely saved his car from spinning out off turn 4. Blaney almost went around. We stay green. Wallace was able to get to the pits. Blaney was not expecting the 23 car to pit there. Gonna have to be careful of that turns 3 and 4. Very fortunate to not wreck. Kyle Busch stays out that time as well, assuming he's still in that pack of cars back there. Lap 88 now. 30 laps to go. I mentioned...
Good job. Go give me one more.
Sorry, 20 laps to go. 20 laps to go now at Las Vegas. In front of him kind of stayed to the outside, so he was committed in the fact that they weren't going to pit.
Clear all around.
That time by, he's getting around one of the Rick Ware cars on the bottom lane through the tri-oval. That was Joey Gase in the 53.
All right. Right there.
Staying down on the inside to get by Anthony Alfredo, BJ McLeod on the inside of the 62, Brendan Gaughan. They'll be clear going into turn 3, so if any of them pit this time by, you won't have to worry about it. 18 laps left for Ryan Blaney. Has not won on a 550 track all season. Trying to do that tonight. To the bottom under Cody Ware into turn 1.
Clear.
Drove it in deep. Actually kind of rode the brakes going into the corner. Lifted just a hair, but not all the way out of the gas. Tried to keep the car down on the bottom. Didn't want to risk sliding a bit wide there. And not only potentially putting it in the wall, we didn't want Cody Ware to have any sort of opportunity to cross him back over to the inside as well. Blaney's definitely going to have to look out of his rear view mirror. He's going to have a lot of faster cars behind him pretty much to the end of the race. He has to hope he doesn't get ran over. And with no rear view mirror, he's definitely going to be using that look back cam quite a bit. $59 likes on the stream. We're one away from 60, ladies and gents. That'll be back-to-back nights we get 60. We've now hit 3 nights in a row with at least 50 likes on the stream. Appreciate you guys keeping that streak going. And of course, subscribe for more daily NASCAR content if you haven't already. 75% of you guys that have watched the channel over the last 90 days and even the last 28 days, that percentage is about the same. Not subscribed, so appreciate you guys tuning in on a nightly basis, but be sure to click on that subscribe button as well. I thought Harvick was pulling in the pits last second there. Blaney was on the brakes pretty hard off turn 4. Austin Dillon is coming in hot with a head of steam. Blaney's going to stay extra low down on the bottom. He's going to let Austin Dillon get around him into turn 1. Dillon on much fresher tires. And Blaney's all right with lifting right now and staying behind Austin Dillon and those 3 cars in front of him in case they end up pitting at any point in time. I mean, they could theoretically pit any lap. Looks like Christopher Bell's on his way in right now. That's why Blaney was backing up turns 3 and 4 again. Smart move. Austin Dillon still trying to get around the 55 of Matt Mills. Blaney to the outside in turns 1 and 2. Justin Haley's going to get down to the bottom, blowing by him.
Clear, clear, clear.
And even Haley in 33rd on much fresher tires. They're checking up a lot. Blaney was checking up all over the backstretch. He saw them running 2x2 into the corner. Matt Mills not going to pit this time. I'd imagine Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr. have already hit pit road. 13 laps to go for Ryan Blaney. I'd have to imagine he's got a 1-lap lead over Truex and Busch. And they're going to try to make their lap back to the end of the race. Blaney on the inside of Mills on the backstretch. He'll pass him going into turn 3. If Mills pits, he'll be behind him. Blaney lifting, trying to hold the bottom. Of course, trying to make sure he's got enough fuel to the end of the race as well. Clear high on Mills off the exit of turn 4. Tyler Reddick in the 8 car is closing in fast. Oh, Reddick almost turns the 55 of Mills going into turn 1. Chase Elliott right in line behind the 8 of Reddick also. Reddick to the bottom into turns 3 and 4. Elliott to the bottom of the 55 car as well. Blaney stays wide. Reddick gets around him on the inside. Clears him off turn 4. Chase Elliott's closing in from behind as well. Blaney's going to stay extraordinarily low in the tri-oval. He's going to let the 9 car go. He's going to lift way out of the gas and let the 9 car in line. Backing up turn 1 quite a bit. Trying to be as patient as possible. Trying to get into the round of 12. Chris Buescher will be the next car on 4 fresh tires.
1 left.
Buescher blows by on the bottom. Denny Hamlin in 5th. Trying to get one of, I believe, 2 laps back right now. 10 laps to go. We get back to the start-finish line this time. I'll go back to the far chase cam to the end of the race. James Davison on fresh tires as well as Denny Hamlin. When he stays high, lets them blow around on the inside in 1 and 2. Sazy, welcome to the stream. I wouldn't say this game is good, no. Toxic Punk Young Boy, welcome to the stream. You're in time just for the finish. Ross Chastain, the 42, will be the next car in line behind Ryan Blaney. Blaney will stay low. He'll let Chastain get by on the outside. Go to the far chase cam now. Blaney out of the gas into turn 1 to let the 42 go.
Clear, clear, clear.
8 laps away, and does Blaney have enough fuel? I would think he's a lap to the good. I would think all the times he's lifted heavily going into the corner to let the faster cars go by, he should be alright as well. Christopher Bell in the 20, closing in behind the 12 of Ryan Blaney. Bell to the inside. Blaney will stay wide in the tri-oval.
Clear, clear, clear. 1 left. Stay high.
You're going to have to run that middle to upper groove going into the corner. Lifts it up. Stays in line. Kyle Busch in 2nd place, closing in, but I believe he's 1 lap down right now. He should be 1 lap down. So this will be for Kyle Busch to get back on the lead lap. 7 laps to go this time by. I don't think he's got enough fast enough pace to make up that much time in 7 laps. Into turns 1 and 2. Ryan Blaney down on the bottom. Kyle Busch with a run to the outside. Busch will be back on the lead lap. Josh Bilicki, Alex Bowman, Matt Mills, the next 3 cars in line behind the 12 of Blaney. Caution comes out to bring out overtime. It's going to be a tough decision on if Blaney stays out or pits. You wouldn't think he's going to hold on to the lead. Kyle Busch getting held up by a slow lap car in front. Cole Custer in the 41, who pitted about the same time as Blaney. I think Blaney's going to be a little faster than the 41 car. Bowman down around the bottom. Josh Bilicki's going to go to the bottom. Blaney on the outside, looking at giving him a lot of room. Side drafted him off the exit of the corner. Blaney's going to be on the outside into turn 3. Going 3 wide with Custer in the middle. Blaney staying on the outside. knows he's faster than the 41 car. He's trying to get around him
Clear, clear, clear.
as quick as possible, trying to stay out of trouble, knowing that there's more faster cars
Clear all around. Got one left.
yet to close in from behind. Blaney on the outside through 1 and 2 has to lift so much though to keep it off the wall. Custer holds clear off the exit of turn 2. Blaney with a crossover on the backstretch.
Got one right.
We come into 4 laps to go
Clear,
this
clear,
time by.
Clear, clear, clear.
Blaney has cleared Custer in 3 and 4. Is there really a way to save fuel in this game though? Terry Road, welcome to the stream. How can I tell the game? Well, not by the crew chief, just the sake that I have to go 55 laps this run. I ran out of gas on lap 56 in a run earlier. That's why I know it's going to be close. I think I'm good. I should be good. I went 58 laps in stage 1, but stage 2 I only went 56. It's not like 54 this time around or something like that. 3 to go. Blaney to the outside in 1 and 2. He's going to let Michael McDowell go around the bottom. Martin Truex Jr. is not far behind, looking to get back on the lead lap in the 3rd place position.
Got one left.
Bubba Wallace in the 23 gets into the side of the 12.
All right, hold your line. All right, hold your line.
Off the exit
Clear
of
all
the
around.
corner.
Got one left. More to go.
3. Well, we have 2 laps to go. I really hope we don't run an extra lap past the fin. Oh my gosh. You gotta be kidding me. I didn't even see that the stage thing was wrong at the top. Oh, contact with Cody Ware. Off turn 2. I didn't even realize the lap counter where it says stage 3 is off. Blaney's gonna have to go an extra lap than what we originally thought.
Only 2 left.
Now there's 2 to go. He did not get the white flag that time. The lap counter's off. Well, he'll be getting the white flag this time by. And it looks like he will have to go 56 laps to the finish. He ran out on the 56th lap of the last run. Is he going to have enough this run? White flag in the air. This will be the final lap of the race. Ryan Blaney. He ran out off of turn 2 both times. He's still in it. Half a lap to go. As long as he doesn't run out of gas, he's going to not be passed by another lap car. Through turns 3 and 4, on fumes, Ryan Blaney is going to win at Las Vegas. He's going to the round of 8. Survival of the fittest today, surviving insurmountable odds on multiple occasions. From a lap down to win. Wow. Let's go. Clutch victory for Ryan Blaney today at Las Vegas in the South Point Casino 400. 22.9 seconds margin of victory over Kyle Busch. Just 3 cars finish on the lead lap. And that is the 10th win of the season for the 12 team. Oh my goodness. Let's go. I'm pumped. I was a little nervous there at the end. I was more nervous because we had to run 1 extra lap than what I originally calculated. I was like, oh no. Oh no. We ran out at 56 laps last time. We made it 56 this time. That was the smartest race I think Ryan Blaney has ran all season. He was a little gutsy with it when he had those fresh tires on that final stint. But then when other cars were faster than him and he was starting to pit, he was just being very patient. He knew he had a big lead. He was trying to back it up. He knew he pushed hard enough early in the run that he was able to save a bit later in the run, and that was exactly the case. That is my best race that I've ran on this game, by far. Like the cleanest race, even with the game glitches, we were still able to win simply because I ran smart. I never wrecked. I never spun out. That's unbelievable. No stability either. That might be the first time ever that we ran a race on this game with no stability. I never spun out or wrecked or anything. And of course, it's the first 550 race I've won, so obviously it's the first race on no stability this season I've won. What better way than it to come in the playoffs? Ryan Blaney is going to the round of 8. He will not have to worry about the last 2 races of the round in being Talladega and the Roval. Take a picture of the finishing results, and then we'll take a look at today's top finishers. And these last 2 races have been pretty nerve-wracking. They're towards the finish. This one more so just because we were already locked into the next round when we got to Bristol last round. But this one, knowing Dega was next, and I DNF'd at Daytona in the summer race just a couple races ago. And who knows what would happen at the Roval. I'm kind of hit or miss in the road courses this season. Oh boy. Yeah, breathe, Keegan, breathe. Exactly. So Ryan Blaney gets the win tonight. Also won a stage, 6 playoff points total that will carry over for him into the round of 8 of the playoffs when they start. Now giving him 69 playoff points this season. Nice. And of course his 10th win of the year. That stage win earlier was good enough to be stage win number 18 on the season for him. Kyle Busch finishes in 2nd place. He also won a stage and finished 2nd in stage 1. Martin Truex Jr. ends up finishing 3rd, Kevin Harvick 4th, and Denny Hamlin rounds out the top 5. All playoff drivers in the top 7 as Alex Bowman finished 6th. William Byron ended up 7th place. Chase Briscoe, highest running non-playoff driver, finishing 8th. Tyler Reddick, who was eliminated last round, finishes 9th. And Kyle Larson, who is still in the playoffs. He came in above the cutoff line barely on Martin Truex Jr. Truex having a solid day. Larson had a good day, had a top 10, but he may lose points to the 19 car still. Chase Elliott does not finish in the top 10, finishes in 11th. I don't think he scored many stage points today either. Christopher Bell ends up finishing 14th. Joey Logano 15th. He had an off performance today. He came in 16 points to the good. Might not be that many points to the good anymore. And a tough race for Brad Keselowski. Finishes 25th after qualifying inside the top 10. Tough way to start the round for him. And no DNFs in tonight's race. Keselowski was the last of the playoff drivers in the round of 12. And there were a total of 8 of the 12 that finished in the top 10. And the 4 outside the top 10 again were Christopher Bell 14th, Joey Logano 15th, Chase Elliott 11th, Brad Keselowski 25th. So that is going to wrap up tonight. Oh, I didn't go to Victory Lane! Dang it! I meant to click on Victory Lane and I skipped it by accident. I forgot there was an option in this game. Well, we didn't get to see Ryan Blaney in Victory Lane yet. That would have been a glorious Victory Lane to join in on, knowing he's in the next round. Oh well. Thank you everybody for tuning in today. Again, like and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. I will see you guys for the next live stream on Sunday afternoon for the live race commentary of the Pocono NASCAR Cup Series race. As far as that goes, that will be the next live stream. No live stream tomorrow. I'll be at the SRX race in Sharon Speedway. So I'll have a race highlight video from the grandstands coming from that event, as well as the overall vlog itself. Those will probably, the vlog itself probably won't be on the channel till Monday. The race highlight video from the grandstands will probably be out Sunday morning. I'm going to get home pretty late tomorrow night, so good chance I won't upload it until Monday morning. But that is what we are looking at for the channel this weekend. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Again, hit that like button. Over 60 likes 2 straight days. Thank you for that. And over 50 likes 3 straight days on the channel. And it was a good night at the end, despite the glitches. Ryan Blaney comes back from a lap down with 2 glitches in this race. One at the end of stage 2, and one during a green flag stop in stage 3. Still able to get the victory tonight on fuel mileage. And hey, I mean, just you gotta take him any way you can get him in this game. 10th win of the year for Blaney. He hasn't had a lot of consistency, but this playoff format is giving him a chance at the championship, and he is going to be racing for one for at least the next 5 races. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you guys Sunday afternoon for the Cup race at Pocono. Again, that starts at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, everybody. Have a good rest of your Friday night. Enjoy the Xfinity Truck Race SRX race tomorrow, and I'll see you on Sunday for the Cup race.